I'm online, Jimmy. I got it already. Thank you. I'm already online. Hi, guys. Okay, let me just get to... Here, let me get to this now. Let me just put this where I need this to be. Jeanette, I see your comments. It's not about the people. It's about the message. No, we can do... Yeah, sure, we can disagree. I'm talking about the message by Gabby's parents. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Which message? Which message? You're losing me now, Jeanette. Because that's not at all what I'm talking about tonight. I'm lost with what you're saying. Anyway, we're going to go on. We're going to talk about the victim bashing that's going on and the bashing of the families now. What's happening is that besides Roberta's friend, you've got someone that led the way in the bashing of another murder victim who has jumped on this bandwagon, blaming the parents. And I think, it's somebody that is not technically on YouTube anymore, but might be on YouTube under her husband's information. I'm not sure. We're on another platform, but I did see a post where she is indeed blaming the parents. And Roberta's friend, we're going to go through some of that, and we're also going to read a message from Frankie Rusak Jr. because this has to stop. It does have to stop. Oh gosh, Sammy, thanks. I didn't do anything today. I'm like white as a sheet. My hair is a mess. Thank you, though. Hi, Taylor. Oh, and Taylor, yes, they said they got the sketch. Thank you very much, they said. Hi, Katrina. Katrina, am I able to play your interview later after this? Oh, congratulations, Kathy. Did you have a new grandchild? Congratulations. Okay, so you asked me, didn't you ask me the other, wait, do I have the wrong person? Taylor, wasn't it you that asked me if Sandy got the sketch? Maybe I have the wrong person. Okay. Yes, someone is blaming Gabby's parents. Yes. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, let's go through this. Pussycat is new here. Pussycat, pussycat. I see you. You and your pussycat ways. So, Jeanette, I don't know what message you're talking about, so I'm a little lost. Sure, I look horrible. I was sweating like crazy and nervous, but sure. Okay, so after we go through this, all right, first I'm going to read you, I think, Frankie Rusak's message for those of you that have not seen it, okay? So let me just pull that up here, okay? Hold on. I'm just going to pull this over. Okay, and let me make this a little larger so if you want to read this at home. Okay, so this says, I fear no man, only God. No one will intimidate me or bully me. I've gone the legal route because I will no longer allow these keyboard warriors to threaten me or my family. They have put our lives in danger, slandered, tormented, incited hate, spread horrible malicious rumors and lies, mentally, emotionally, psychologically abused my parents and myself. I will no longer allow anyone to make our lives a living hell. All of this because I lost my only sister, Shanann, 2 little nieces, Bella and Celeste, my nephew, Nico, and I've stood up for my family and myself. I will always be here for my family. I always have and always will protect them until my last breath. Anyone can talk crap behind their computer screen, but it takes a real man to do what's right. That's exactly what I'm doing. I've never threatened anyone, nor have I started anything with anyone. I've only stood up for myself. I've been a successful business owner for almost 15 years now. You people have defamed my name, made my depression, anxiety, and PTSD way worse with your actions. Your daily attacks of disgusting slander, bullying, harassment, and torment has mentally drained my parents and myself. I've never seen such vile, sadistic and defamatory words said about anyone, let alone myself. My parents are all I have left on this planet, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let any of you take them from me. Don't forget our family was brutally murdered in front of each other. Every single day for 3 years now, we've had to deal with this evil and downright disgusting human beings. All for what? Because we stand for facts and the truth. My murdered family doesn't have their voice any longer, and if any one of you evil people think you know anything about my family, you don't. Because you won't listen to facts, real evidence, or believe a word we say. The evil has left me speechless many times. I've asked myself, what possesses these people to knowingly hurt my family that has already been through more than anyone should go through? I've been around YouTube long enough to see that people don't care about human life anymore. The internet is fantasy to them. Only now that I've hired a phenomenal legal team do people call this real life. I hate to break it to you, but this has been real life to us for over 3 years now. You get to wake up from your bad dreams or nightmares. We don't. We wake up every day already knowing our day is going to be hell, not only because our precious family was murdered, but because of you evil people, and that's if we get any sleep to begin with. None of you will ever know what this is like. The only thing you can do is wonder what you would do in our situation, and even then you will never actually know because everyone is different. Do you know how hard it is just to get motivated in the morning, let alone deal with all of this? You don't, and thank God that you never will. I'm forever grateful and honored that so many people have nothing but love to give. They have empathy, morals, integrity, and a heart. They can think for themselves, see what's right in front of them. They don't believe all the drama, hate, and lies. They stand proudly next to my family, and we're blessed to have them with us. May God bless each and every one of you. I can't thank all of you amazing people enough. You all give us faith, strength, love, support, courage, and most of all, you give us hope. Hope that there is more good than bad, faith that we will get through this, and strength in knowing we will get through these trying times. The devil is busy today, now more than ever. We must not and will not ever let evil win. The justice system will have the final say, and thank God we're all on the right side of the law. Thanks again to all of the wonderful people for what you do, what you stand for. We couldn't have done this without all of you. God bless you all. Sincerely, Frankie Jr. Hashtag Rusak Strong. Hashtag Shine Like Shanann. Hashtag Brave Like Bella. Hashtag Courageous Like Cece. Hashtag Noble Like Nico. Okay, so that is that. Tammy, we can see you. So that's the first thing that I want to start with. So, now we go to, not only do we talked about the nutcases, the incels, bashing Gabby, okay? But we have a co-worker of Roberta Laundry who we talked about last night. Now, this co-worker of Roberta Laundry says that she intentionally made her post public on Facebook. Yeah, God bless Frank, Sandy, and Frankie Jr. Prayers for them always. Yeah, absolutely. Been through hell. And it's starting all over again. It's starting all over again. If you can't see it already has. Now, a creator that has been taken off of YouTube, who I think started a channel, and I don't know if it's still going, I don't know if it's still on. Someone said she started it with her husband's social security number. I don't know that. But she's on some type of a platform, and she is saying that the parents are to blame. And we know how that creator works. That creator is always one. She was one that created these groups during the Watts case, right? That bashed Shanann endlessly. She was one of the co-hosts of a podcast that you could go back in my February, I think, of 2019 video where I went over it prior to the discovery coming out, and said these crazy things that she knew Shanann was going to be beaten to a pulp and she had inside information and, you know, blah, 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 blah. Through the whole thing, she was totally wrong about everything. And stood up for Chris. It basically said, you know, Shanann drove him to do what he did. That person is back, now blaming the Petito parents. Okay? Beyond that, we have a friend of Roberta Laundry who is slandering the hell out of a person that cannot defend themselves any longer. So it's all over again, and if you... Hey, sensible crime. Exactly, sensible crime. Sensible parents can't stop kids in their 20s. Of course they can't. Of course they can't. But it's all over again. And we're going to look at some of the things that this person is saying, and then very proud that her Facebook posts are public, and she invites all of this there. Mm-hmm. So let me just go and get this here. Uh-oh. Shoot. Hang on. My computer's being slow and doesn't want to bring this up. But, yeah, it's, we're going to go into, you know, just nuts, okay? So, let's talk about that other creator who's doesn't have her channel on YouTube anymore. And this is something that was posted on Facebook. As soon as I can get to it. Okay. Saying there is something very wrong with these people. Now, I'm not going to pull her post over, but I'm going to tell you that she has pictures of Gabby and Brian and her mother and her stepfather Jim and her father Joe. She doesn't have Terry in the pictures. She says there is something very wrong with these people. The more they talk, the less I feel they even knew their own daughter. So it's just... immediately. I mean, some creator did this to me. Said that maybe the reason I can be on YouTube is because I my son was dead to me before he died. What? It's sick stuff. Okay? Maybe they didn't even know their own daughter, or they're in deep denial about her life. At age 17, she had to file a restraining order against some punk she was dating who became obsessed with her. What does that mean? Something that can happen to anybody. And I'm sure they helped her with that. And again, this is her spouting stuff off. She was living in another state away from her parents. She's 22 years old. Within a couple of years, she would be with Brian. Yeah, she was 19 when she met him, right? Started dating him. And well, we can all see how that ended. Yes, we can see how that ended, and that's because of Brian, not because of Gabby. They thought he would take care of her. How do we know what they thought? They thought he would take care of her. You don't know what they thought. Why not raise her to take care of herself? What? They were expecting some kid from Florida to take care of her? Who told you that? She could take care of herself. Did they take care of her when she was 17 and basically on her own? What? This is what's going on with that person, okay? Sickening. I don't know how you feel about that. It's sickening. So she's going to go on and blame the parents for this. And say the parents expected Brian to take care of. No, they expected that they were partners in a relationship, and they didn't expect him to kill their daughter, is what they expected. They didn't expect him to abuse their daughter. Okay? If she knew anything about domestic violence, she would know that people hide things like this from other people. And more than certainly their parents. But she's an expert, remember, a critical thinker. Okay, so it's starting there again, and we all know this person is already being sued, right? Right. Okay, starting all over again. Now, beyond that, we have Roberta Laundrie's former co-worker, who is got like a little natty thing in here. Hi, Carol Clark. So let me get those things because I've had that. Let's see. So we went over some of this last night, but there's more. So through her Facebook post, when she had first posted things about hold on, let me get the first thing. I'm going to go over the ones from last night just to have them. So something, okay. We have a post from this Brittany's mother, okay? Her mother posted on her Facebook. My daughter has been friends with Roberta and the Laundrie family since she and Roberta worked together in Suffolk County, New York. Okay. Let's make this larger than. They remained friends after the Laundries moved down to Florida. Years ago, Roberta adored my daughter so much she wanted my daughter and Brian to get together. My daughter felt he was just too young for her. As he was around 19 when she was turning 30, life went on. Eventually, Roberta began expressing to my daughter that there were just too many problems with Gabby. Not having gainful employment, really? Sleeping all day? Really? Drinking? At least she doesn't drink. Smoking herbs? Really? not being grateful for meals, not helping around the house, etc. My daughter tried to be supportive of Roberta, working on having patience and understanding with Gabby. Roberta seemed relieved for a little break when they began their van life adventure this past June. Clearly something went sour along the way. Yeah, clearly. If anything, I've learned not to jump onto any bandwagons until the truth is revealed. Really? You've just jumped onto a pretty bad, big bandwagon of victim blaming, right? That bandwagon you're proudly jumping on. We truly don't know anything yet. Roberta has not corresponded back to any of my daughter's text messages. Okay, so yeah, so we take it from this Martha, who's sticking her nose in where it doesn't belong, and who should be lucky that her daughter didn't get with Roberta's son, because she might be exactly where Gabby is now, and stop it, right? Okay, so that's the mother, and I just want to pull up now the other ones. So then we have Brittany, March 12th of 2020. This is, prior to anything, of course, posing with this poncho, okay? And saying this: Roberta Laundry, the most kind and wonderful person in the whole world. My 1 in a billion friend handmade this gorgeous and super cozy poncho with a removable cowl neck just for me. I can't thank you enough for such an amazing gift. So many compliments on your craft womanship. And ironically, the splotches of brown you were afraid you might regret seem to be complimented almost as much as the poncho itself. Every time I see it, several times a day, LOL, it puts a huge smile on my face. When I wear it, it gives me a hug full of the love you put into it. I'm so blessed to have you in my life. Okay. Then this was September, let me see, when did she post this one? Here, hold on. September 28th at 9:12 p.m. It's hard too, because I know Brian, and he's really nice, and his mother is an absolute gem. I worked with Roberta. She crocheted me a poncho. She's given me so much advice throughout my time working with her, and we've remained close friends since then, and it breaks my heart to see these two families going through such horrible things, and the entire world is gawking and throwing their 2 cents in and making fun of them like we're in elementary school, and nobody taught each other to be kind to one another. I don't want to say anything, but nobody taught you not to write run-on sentences, but that's another thing. I think the hardest thing is all the people acting like they know what happened before any information got out, and talking horrible, speaking things about Brian and his family. There was another murder not far from there around the same time, but there was no big press on it. What I do know is that Gabby has and I think it's ironic that she picks laundry list. That Gabby has a laundry list of mental health issues. Really? A laundry list of them? Do you have the proof to back that up? A laundry list of them? Because those are some pretty big allegations, aren't they? For someone that can't defend herself. She knows it too. See, she's saying what she knows, not what she's heard or what she's told or allegedly. She knows this. This is fact to her. that Gabby has a laundry list of mental health issues, financial irresponsibilities. Really, she has financial irresponsibilities when she owns a van. When she had money in the bank that Brian used, it kind of sounds like Brian has the financial irresponsibilities, doesn't it? He used her money, her card. He's the one that didn't have money to pay for a hotel on his own. Right? He's the one that didn't own the van. He's the one that lived with his parents or his sister. As far as I know, Gabby had a job in North Carolina and in Florida and was starting a new journey being a social media influencer and blogger. I think that's not really placed on the right person, is it there, Brittany? And other issues. Okay, so we just say and other issues when we just want to make it seem she had other issues. And now listen, Brian and his family have been so supportive through the years. Really? She lived in their home rent-free. Did Brian live in his home rent-free? Both with the sister of Brian and with the parents at different times. I spoke with Roberta at length about some of these situations that had occurred in the house while they were all living together. I did not sound easy. I think you meant it did not sound easy. The fact that people are saying Brian stole her van and used her card when I know he poured in so much of his savings for her to live her dream and to try and make her happy is heartbreaking. He's being treated like the scum of the earth. Here we go with the run-on sentence. It hasn't ended yet. And how his parents are being treated like the scum of the earth because they're trying to do the right thing and protect him. And anyone, still haven't had a period yet, and anyone who thinks, hold on, they wouldn't do whatever they could for their child doesn't deserve children. Wow. Okay, there's the period. So let's look at that again. The fact that people are saying Brian stole her van. Well, that is a fact. He didn't own the van and he drove it home without her and then evaded all kinds of telephone and text messages from her parents, as did his parents. So that really constitutes that he took her van, didn't it? That he didn't have permission, so he stole it. And the only reason he couldn't be charged with grand theft auto is because she wasn't there to report it stolen, right? But when it was found out that it was at the house, the police took it away because it didn't belong to Brian. So people are right. And used her card. He did use her card, and that's why he has an arrest warrant for credit card fraud. Yes, it's against the law. He did wrong. When I know, now she knows again. She knows again, this woman, she knows. Hey, is Brian putting money in there? When I know he poured in so much of his savings for her to live her dream. Oh, really? Really? What did she do with all the money she earned? It wasn't in there? What money did he pour in there? What money did he pour in there? Why, if it was, I imagine it would be a joint account. And obviously it wasn't. Okay, but you know everything. When he poured in so much of his savings for her to live her dream, really? What dream was he living? And to try and make her happy is heartbreaking. How was he trying to make her happy? Locking her out of the van? Taking her phone away? Making her climb through a window? Berating her, telling her she was never going to make it? She was never going to be able to build a website? That's how he was, wow, that's how he was trying to make her happy? It's crazy. He's being treated like the scum of the earth. Yeah, he is and was abusive to her. He belittled her. He controlled her. He is the scum of the earth. And it's very likely he killed her. And his parents are being treated like the scum of the earth. Well, why are they being treated like the scum of the earth? Because they didn't answer the parents' call when they didn't even know that, when they thought both kids were missing, because of their actions, because they won't say anything, because they're hiding out, because they're running around taking a sign that doesn't belong to them, and now Chris Laundrie's being sued for taking that sign. Yeah. And his parents are being treated like the scum of the earth because they're trying to do the right thing and protect him. Really? That's the right thing, protecting him? I thought he was missing. How are they protecting him? Why aren't they looking for him? So that's pretty bad, isn't it? She might as well have just said that they were aiding and abetting him, and they're protecting him by keeping him safe. She's not saying that they're distraught over him being missing, that they don't know where he is. She says they're protecting him. Did you hear that? That the parents treated the parents of the scum of the earth like the parents of the scum of the earth. That's funny because she made a typo, but her typo says the parents of the scum of the earth, because they're trying to do the parents of the scum of the earth. I think that's pretty ironic, because they're trying to do the right thing and protect him. That's very telling, very telling. And anyone who thinks they wouldn't do whatever they could for their child doesn't deserve children. So listen, if you encourage your child to take responsibility for something they did rather than aiding and abetting, you, according to her, do not deserve children. And she seems to be very capable and a good authority to say that, right? The truth may never come out. That's what the parents are hoping, yeah. The whole truth, correct. And even if Gabby was murdered, it says here, hold on a second, my thing is going crazy. And even if Gabby was murdered by someone else, if it turns out it was an accident or self-inflicted, we know it wasn't self-inflicted. Okay? We know it wasn't an accident. Brian and his family will forever be hated. That's what she's worried about. If some way that this could be, that he didn't do this. Now they're already hated. She's so worried about it. Even if it's completely proven without a doubt not to be, the one responsible for her death, I doubt that'll happen. Half the world thinks they already know what happened, probably more than that. Based on a few news articles, no, it's a little more than that. That's scary. No, it's scary what you're writing down here, Brittany. Okay. So then, hold on, we've got much more. Much more. Because Brittany's in a little trouble herself, who was slinging it around about Gabby. She's in a little trouble herself. Okay, so let's see. Because somebody in her comment section posted this. On January 24th, 2021 at approximately 12:18 a.m., the New York State Police at Oneonta, we know where Oneonta is, that's where we bring the Toyota, arrested Brittany A. Coleman, age 32, of Blue Point, New York, for the misdemeanor of driving while intoxicated. Now remember that she's happy to have this public on her Facebook. And this is public information that can be found online. Troopers, and she has not deleted this from her page. So troopers were dispatched by Otsego County 911 to a report of a domestic dispute. A domestic dispute. Troopers learned that Coleman was intoxicated when she got into a vehicle and drove away. She was observed by troopers operating a vehicle on State Highway 7 in the town of Otsego, and troopers observed several signs of intoxication. She was asked to perform standardized field sobriety tests, which she failed, and was arrested. So, Martha, maybe you should worry about your own daughter. Coleman was issued appearance tickets for February 18th, 2021. Okay, so let's see. So a bunch of people are already on this on her page, and she brought this upon herself by attacking a murder victim, right? So then someone posted something on here, and she's been posting comments. So somebody said, this is somebody on her page, I can tell you narcissists appear to be the most sincere and nice people to everyone else, and they make it seem as though their loved one has all these issues that they are helping support. I say this from actual abuse from a narcissist that I am a survivor of. The life-saving hero put me in a chokehold when I was 8 weeks pregnant because I wanted to feed my other child. And he told the world I was crazy and just snapped when I decided I didn't want to be abused anymore. You don't know what the truth is what they said to her. And she says, this is Brittany now, to the person, let's just call her Susie Q. Sorry to hear you went through that. Gabby was narcissistic. Of course, she's really... Brian didn't complain about her. He was always the one jumping through hoops to keep her happy. She was self-proclaimed OCD and the one with clear self-control issues. Really? Okay. It was unhealthy for her to be in a relationship with anyone without getting her own mental health issues under control, but Brian loved her and did his best to roll with her ever-changing whims. And then she replied to someone else. No, that was the one. Okay, then somebody said to her, hey, Brittany, I'm sure your late grandparents are turning over in their graves with what you and your awful mother are saying about the late Gabby Petito. Is that why you weren't allowed to be around your grandma the last year of her life and your uncle took out a police report banning you from visiting? I bet your relatives are also proud of you both. Stirring up this hornet's nest, for what purpose? It's already been exposed, your DUI from January of this year. Here's to Stuart and Anne Marie. He was a newspaper editor for the New York Times. I bet he's totally disappointed with your behavior. Okay, so these people look like they have a lot of skeletons clanking around in their closet, but they're deciding to attack a murder victim, right? Right. To add some more pain out there. Okay. I'm just going to go over here on the page over here. I want to see something here. Everything is taking forever to open up here. Ow. Now, what she has done, now she has gone in and just in the last, because this afternoon when I took all those shots from her Facebook, and it was said then she was dirty deleting. Well, now she deleted them. But people already have them, Brittany. It's a little too late, honey. It's a little too late. She deleted all that because I guess it was embarrassing, right? So now she's gone in and deleted all of her scathing insults. But like the internet knows, it's forever and it's already been taken. And you know what it looks like? It looks like Miss Brittany went to the same college as my daughter. And it looks like Miss Brittany may have even been there at the same time. So I'm looking at her picture. Okay. So, let's see. But Brittany had nothing against shooting off her mouth. Until everybody came back, because you want to shoot off your mouth, Brittany, you better make sure your closet's clean, because they got your stuff too. Right? Right. So yeah, her stuff is out there, and it's already starting, and it's got to stop. Comma, I'm so sorry. Oh, no, they said very bad things about her. Kama Sutra. It was the full body cam that sealed it for May. Brian was guilty then in the weeks of hiding. And now, Katrina McCafferty, the woman that interviewed you is the woman that is suing Chris Laundrie over taking that yard sign that was not technically in his yard. Is that correct? The majority absolutely do, but you understand this is how it starts. I don't know if you heard me read Frankie's post in the beginning. This is how it starts. It starts off like this, and it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And that's why there has to be a change. There has to be a change. Brittany is someone that says she was a co-worker of Roberta Laundry, and supposedly her mother says that Roberta Laundry wanted her to get with Brian, because I guess if she did, then, you know, just as Cindy Watts said, her son was perfect until he met Shanann. I assume that Roberta's saying that Brian was perfect until he met Gabby. See, Hazel Turner, you can't say that. See, it's very easy to say that, but the voices get stronger and stronger. You don't understand. We've seen this all before. This is how it starts. This is how it starts. It's like take an inch, you know, then you're going to ask for a mile. We already have a creator that fueled groups with these people in them that did nothing all day long but bash and bash and bash and bash and bash a murder victim and her family. That went so far as to get compromising photos of family members and get them out. Just horrendous things. Contact old girlfriends. You just, believe me, you just can't say, oh, it's okay, it's just Brittany. Because it's not just Brittany. It's already Brittany, her mother, other friends. It's already a group on Facebook. It's already a creator that was already thrown off of YouTube. That's what it is. It has to change. Do you understand what the legal funds that Frankie's been raising are being used for? They're being used to create a change, to stop this. It's not okay. It's not, oh, it's just Brittany. Oh, it's just Brittany's mom. Oh, it's just that other creator that was taken off. It's exactly, comma, it should not be allowed. Comma says we cannot speak against the dead because they cannot rebuttal. Exactly. Wake Up says strange. I don't know what you're saying, Wake Up. Wake Up, what are you saying? They are not bad. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, Wake Up. I'm not deleting anything if I don't know what's going on. No, we're not talking about Brittany Murphy. So, got it? It's starting all over again. And the more you say it really doesn't matter, the more it snowballs. Understand? Understand. You're in Philly, the train people... Yes, that was horrible. Media evil. Yes, a woman was assaulted on a train, and people just sat by, some of them videotaping it. Some of them videotaping. Here, Carolyn. It needs to change. It's not okay, people. YouTube, failing families, victims of crimes. God bless the Rusaks. Yes, it's not okay. The more you say it's okay, it's not okay. Brian mooched off Gabby the whole time during their trip and then stole all her money after he killed her. Exactly, Juanita. Snow River says it's not okay. Exactly. Captain Lee fan, messages are being deleted that are not bad. I'm not sure what you're talking about. People like this need to be sued for slander by Gabby's estate. Yeah. I think some things did get deleted, but it may just be that was because somebody was trying to get a troll and grab the wrong thing. It's not okay. Angela says exactly. Gabby was a nutritionist. Kathy Allison says, okay, it's not okay. So, yeah, that's what we're trying to get out there because it's, I bet you if there's already a group started, and I'm sure it started by that other creator who started the one that was against Shanann. And she probably has one against Gabby and her family. Okay, so why are you, let me see here, the D. Bailey, wow, who's deleting messages? Why is it wow? D. Bailey, I've never even seen you here in my life, and yet you're worried about a message that might have gotten deleted by accident. There is a group. You emailed me the link. Okay, see, there it is. It's already there. Thank you, Sammy. Love the way you speak. It's just facts and the reality of life, not speculation and BS. Victims deserve better from others. Keep spreading this powerful message, MRB. Thank you, Video Reel. What if Brian is in their house? I highly doubt that, Lulu. That felt like it could be anywhere. Hi, Baby Doe. Where's this stream from? Media? What are you talking about? What stream? What stream? Those messages were on Brittany's page. They were public until she deleted them, I guess, a little while ago. They were public this afternoon when I took the screenshots of them. I wasn't a friend of hers. They were public on Facebook, and she made a post that said she was happy they were public. She wanted to cast all of this on Gabby to protect Brian, but her words are very, very telling. She doesn't talk about the parents missing their son or not knowing where their son is. She says they are protecting him. Very, very telling words. This live broadcast, what does it matter where it's streaming from? The United States. The United States. I'm glad you're addressing this. Sandy says, I wish the news media would pick up on this. It's horrible to see victims' families having to deal with this on top of their loss. Exactly. The Brittany girl from Facebook that says she's a friend of Roberta. Yes, that's the one that's posted that stuff. And her mother. And her mother. And another creator that was removed from YouTube for things like this. You know what I don't get? Sammy says TikTok would never let anyone attack or bully victims on their platform. What is the deal with YouTube and Facebook allowing it on their platforms? Exactly, Sammy. I think those creators hate women, in my opinion. Their attacks are vicious. After all you read from the trashing, I have to take a blood pressure pill. Yeah, exactly. Imagine how her parents feel. Imagine how her parents feel. Can you? They're dealing with a loss and they come on here and then they have to be tormented by people saying things that aren't true and people trying to protect someone that's wanted. And I think a lot of us can connect the dots, right? And evading arrest. I think we all wish Brittany would have been with Brian at this point. Yeah. And is that really what her mother wants? It's the same thing. Some people have no shame. No, they don't. Yeah, it sounds like that, Miss Ladybug. It sounds like Brittany got a little taste back of that her closet was rattling, right? Brian would have killed any woman he's with. Mary Rose said he's sick. This channel is censored hardcore by you-know-who. My last 15 messages have been wiped. Neil, what are you talking about? Who's you-know-who? Who's you-know-who? The only thing that's censored on this channel is we don't allow victim bashing of any kind. We don't discuss politics, and we don't discuss religion in a way that's like debating or calling someone out on their beliefs. That doesn't mean that we don't offer prayers or pray or stuff like that, but we don't debate it, like, you know what I'm saying. So I'm not sure what you mean. People like Brittany need to do a lot of self-reflection. Exactly, Bridget. We can see the difference in caliber of people. There are Gabby, 4 loving parents, and Brian's 2 folks. Morally bankrupt folks, yeah. Brittany can always marry Brian in prison. Brian would do the same to her. All abusers do it to everyone There, here with my ex-husband is a perfect example, says Christina. YouTube, Neil? You think YouTube? If YouTube censored stuff like that, Neil, then we wouldn't have an issue. The issue is YouTube is allowing stuff like that. I started following the Chris Watts case you covered, stopped watching for a year because I could not stand the victim bashing. Hey there, Nikki. Good on Frankie. Yep. Good luck on that, right? A friend of Roberta's daughter, yes, and her mother, Annie. But beyond that, someone that used to be a YouTube creator that had a channel that bashed victims, and before that a podcast that bashed victims. Yep. They absolutely knew this would blow up. I can only assume they're looking for attention. I don't think so, Catherine. I don't think they liked the attention they got. I don't think they liked Brittany's skeletons brought out for all to see. Yeah, I don't think they liked Brittany's skeletons brought out. If they wanted that, she would have left the posts up. Hi, Julia. Look at who runs these platforms, consider the source. Gigi, I'm lost. I really am. Are you saying that they want victims bashed? It's that they don't physically review anything. They have bots that do this stuff. They don't have enough people that you can report things to. There's so many things that need to change. They allow too many troll accounts. There's so many things that have to change. Accounts should all be verified. And that doesn't mean that everybody has to use their real name. We've said this many times. They can use whatever name they want, but they just can't have multiple accounts that how they start their troll accounts. Do you know what I mean? Everyone should be verified with YouTube with a driver's license, some form of ID, photo ID. There's got to be a person behind that. This is real life, and people have to be accountable. Don't you think so? I've said this for, over 2 years. And a lot of people say, oh my gosh, I don't want to use you don't have to use your real name. You could come on as Little Bunny Foo-Foo, but YouTube has to know that your account, Little Bunny Foo-Foo, is really owned by Cindy Smith, who lives at 1313 Mockingbird Lane, right, in Springfield, Illinois. And they have to have your driver's license, and Little Bunny Foo-Foo has to know that if Little Bunny Foo-Foo goes out there and writes something like a death threat, that Little Bunny Foo-Foo, when her account is flagged and it's seen that she put that death threat, that she has to answer for it because there's a real account on file, not some VPN that nobody knows who it belongs to. Something has got to change. I know it's not you doing it, but wait. Okay. Neil, nobody is... You're off on the conspiracy wagon. Okay, Pepper Shake. I think I know where you're from, Pepper Shake. Little Bunny Foo-Foo, Princess. If it's verified in the future, anything you've said could be used against you. Exactly. Exactly the way it should be. That wouldn't work for me. I no longer drive. Then what? Adventures with Beth, then you would have some type of a photo ID, maybe a passport, right? Something like that. You have to have some photo ID, even if you don't drive, right? Something like that. Allowing this has allowed so much fake info out there to circulate, right? Which in turn has led many people to dying because of it. Exactly. Not at all. Then who? Neil, I don't even know what you're talking about. Anything deleted in here is deleted by a moderator. I said some things may mistakenly be deleted because they're going after another comment, and the chat can move up and they grab the wrong comment. That can happen. But that would be error on the fault of the moderator, not some big conspiracy. That's not good. If today I give my opinion of a politician 10 years from now, I could be jailed for that. Media evil opinion is something you wouldn't be jailed for. We're not talking about an opinion, okay? We're talking about outright slander and defamation of people that cannot defend themselves. We're not talking about a politician that you have an opinion of. But if you say something for fact against anyone that you don't know for fact, yeah, you should be held accountable for it. Don't you think so? Something that slanders and defames somebody? Don't you think so? If you say it as a fact and it's not true, people may have freedom of speech. However, they should also be held accountable for what they say. A sword cuts both ways, or should. Anyway, exactly. Gabby has been doing so many good deeds in heaven. Look at all those people being found. Thanks, precious angel. Gabby, says Christina. Yeah. Legally, everyone needs to have a valid ID in the United States. Exactly. We still have freedom of speech. Victim bashing should immediately have the person suspended from YouTube for 6 months for the first offense, Marissa says. Second offense should be removal for a year. Ramblers. Oh, good night, Kathy. Kelly, I'm sorry. Good night. White Rabbit says hello. Cool. Already things people have said decades ago come to light and they are crucified for the media evil. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? You're not making much sense to me. Freedom of speech doesn't equal freedom of consequences. Exactly. Can we go over what this Brittany said again? A lot of people missed it. Yeah. Yes, we can. It's somebody spouting stuff off as fact, blaming a murder victim for her own demise, and insinuating that had Brian not been with Gabby, none of this would happen, and then saying that her parents are protecting their son. Not that their son is missing or they're worried or anything. Her words say much. Okay, so let me go back here. Okay, so the first thing in March of 2020. Now this in itself is just establishing the relationship. This is March of 2020. Okay? This is showing that she knew Roberta Laundry. She has a picture in a poncho, a crocheted poncho, and she said, Roberta Laundry, the most kind and wonderful person in the whole world, handmade this gorgeous and super cozy poncho with a removable cowl neck just for me. I can't thank you enough for such an amazing gift. So many compliments on your craftswomanship. And ironically, the splotches of brown you were afraid you may regret seem to be complimented almost as much as the poncho itself. Every time I see it, several times a day, LOL, it puts a huge smile on my face, and when I wear it, it gives me a hug full of the love that you put into it. I'm so blessed to have you in my life. Okay, now this is no longer on her Facebook. And then She said she was glad to post these comments. The next ones we're going to see publicly, and she thought it was good, and she invited the dialogue. So let's see here. Okay, this was on September 28th. It's hard too because I know Brian and he's really nice. Yeah, there's a lot of murderers that seemed really nice, right? Lots of them seemed really nice. Bob Durst probably seemed a little eccentric, but pretty nice and harmless to a lot of people, right? Ted Bundy, he seemed charming and good looking to many, right? Enough that they went off with him. Chris Watts seemed perfectly unassuming and nice, didn't he? That didn't mean they didn't murder people. I know Brian, and he's really nice. Okay, so yes, of course, Brittany, that must mean he couldn't do anything, right? And his mother is an absolute gem. I worked with Roberta. She crocheted me a poncho. Good for her. She's given me so much advice throughout my time working with her, and we've remained close friends since then. It breaks my heart to see two families going through such horrible things, and the entire world is gawking and throwing their 2 cents in and making fun of them like we're in elementary school. And nobody taught each other to be kind to one another. And again, I have to say it, Brittany, nobody taught you how to write a sentence, because that was all one sentence. I think the hardest thing is all these people acting like they know what happened before any information got out and talking horrible things about where is she here? About Brian and his family. There was another murder not far from there around the same time, but there was no big press on it. What I do know is that Gabby has a laundry list. I think that's quite ironic that she puts a laundry list of mental health issues. See, there it is. She does know. She is stating as a fact that she knows Gabby has a laundry list of mental health issues. How does she know that? How does she know that? She doesn't know that. That's slander. That's defamation of someone's character who's not here to defend themselves. This is not allowed. This should not be allowed. This is horrible. This is victim bashing. Financial irresponsibilities. Really? She had financial irresponsibilities? Isn't she the one that owned the van? Wasn't it her car that they had before the van that they went across country in? Where's Brian's car? Everyone's assuming this Mustang is Brian's car. Isn't that the car his mother drives? Doesn't Brian live with his parents? What about Brian's financial irresponsibility? Gabby had jobs. We've seen the proof of that. And we've seen any place she's worked, that restaurant in North Carolina, they couldn't say more nice things about her, that she was a ray of light. She brought everyone, she brought out the best in everyone. We saw it from where she worked in New York, to where she worked in North Carolina, to where she worked in Florida. And now she was embarking on something totally new. She was starting a YouTube channel. She was starting a vlog. She was starting her social media. She was looking to do this as an income. And who was the one that was telling her she couldn't do it? Brian, the one that Brittany says is so supportive. Right? We heard it from Gabby's own mouth. He tells me, shut up, shut up, shut up. He says, I'll never make this website. I can't do it. Right? That's what he says. His mouth. Now let's listen to what she says. So financial irresponsibilities. Yeah, I don't think Gabby had the irresponsibilities. I think it was Brian. And who's the one that has a a warrant out for arrest for credit card fraud. I believe that's Brian Laundrie. And why is that? Because he was going into Gabby's money? And other issues. And we just throw out other issues because we just wanted to make it seem even worse. And Brian and his family have been so supportive through the years. Really? Do you call so supportive, telling her she'll never be able to do her website, she'll never be able to make it there, to shut up, shut up, shut up, locking her out of her own van, taking away her phone, constantly belittling her? Then, obviously, you've seen experts testify what we saw, that she covered for him at that traffic stop. I gotta let the dogs in. Hold on a minute, okay? She covered for him. You know? That's exactly what happened. And everybody can see that plainly in that video. Come on, get in. Let's go. Okay. So everybody can see it. And these people are deflecting on all of that. They're smoke and mirrors for what we see. Okay, so now let's see. Where are we now? The fact that people, okay. She lived in their home rent-free, both with the sister of Brian and with the parents. What did their brother pay rent? Did their son pay rent? Why would you mention the rent-free? Why didn't Brian have his own place? Why didn't Brian do anything? Why would you even mention that she lived there rent-free? Was Brian living there rent-free? I spoke with Roberta at length, so it's you and Roberta. Now this is Roberta. About some of the situations that had occurred in the house while they were all living together. I did not sound easy. I'm sure she means it did not sound easy. Yeah, and I'm sure there's two sides to those stories too that Roberta's telling. We've seen that. We've heard Cindy's version of Nutgate, right? Roberta's telling some big tales to Brittany, and Brittany's getting those out there as damage control. Gabby's not here to defend herself. And like someone said, this is exactly what a narcissist does, right? Oh, it was them. You don't know how many issues they had. They were crazy. They were real. I tried to do everything for them. I supported them, did everything. We know Brian didn't support her because we saw it. We heard it out of Gabby's own mouth. The eyewitnesses saw him slapping her in the street and locking her out of her own van. That's abuse. The cops in Moab made a big mistake. A big mistake. And I'm sure that the Petito family can sue those officers, have a lawsuit for wrongful death. But you know what? No amount of money in the world is going to bring back their daughter, and that's what people don't understand. Okay? So that's after the fact. And this is just rubbing salt in someone's wounds when they do this, which is all lies. So, okay. Let's see. The fact that people are saying Brian stole her van. Well, it didn't belong to him. He came home alone in her van. He didn't talk to her mother. He didn't tell her mother. Right? It certainly sounds like he stole her van. And let's see. Stole her van and used her card. And here she goes again. When I know he poured so much of his own savings in for her to live her dream and to try to make her happy. It's heartbreaking. She knows again what Brian poured in there. Really? We don't know that, and I don't think you know it either. And I would imagine if it was a joint account, he wouldn't have an arrest warrant out. He went into her account and used her money. Where was his money when it was time to pay for the hotel? He didn't have money. Remember? He's being treated like the scum of the earth. Maybe his own actions are making people see him as that. And how his parents are being treated like the parents of the scum of the earth because they're trying to do the right thing and protect him. Listen to this. They're trying to do the right thing and protect him. This is September 29th. There is already an arrest warrant out. Okay? Gabby's already been found deceased. They're trying to do the right thing and protect him. Not that if the parents weren't doing anything, wouldn't her words read, they're just trying to find their son. They don't know where he is. They're just trying to process things. They don't know where their son is. No, nothing about him being missing. They're just trying to protect him. And anyone who thinks they wouldn't do whatever they could for their child doesn't deserve children. So if you're not willing to aid and abet your child and let them not take responsibility for something they did, then according to Brittany, you do not deserve children. You want to teach your children to take responsibility and not run? Then you don't deserve children according to Brittany. The truth may never come out. You're hoping the truth will never come out. The whole truth. Exactly. And even if Gabby was murdered by someone else, if it turns out it was an accident, we know it wasn't an accident because it wasn't an accidental death. We know it wasn't, or she says, or self-inflicted. We know it wasn't self-inflicted. Brian and his family will forever be hated, and even if he's completely proven without a doubt not to be the one responsible for her death, doesn't even make sense what she's saying, but I think we can understand it. Yeah. Then his poor family will forever be hated. Well, I don't think that will ever happen, that it'll be proven without a doubt that he had nothing to do with her death. Half the world thinks they know what happened based on a few news articles. Yeah, it's not the news articles, honey. That's scary. It's not scary. And Brian's own actions are bringing a lot of this on his family. Yes. Okay, so that's what that was. And if you want to know what then it went back and forth and Brittany was being so smug and, bring it on kind of thing. So people brought it on to her, and they went and they found her arrest for a DUI in a domestic violence situation. Yeah. And they went on and called her out on it. And then Brittany decided she's going to delete everything now. But the internet's forever. It's already out there. And like Sammy said, there's already a group. Let me see here. Oh, we've got some more things. Hold on. Here's some more stuff from Brittany when she was replying to people. We know the one that we read before, somebody said, and I want to read that to you before we go to this one, because I think that one is really important, how she just turns it around and makes Gabby the narcissist. So this one woman leaves a comment and says, I can tell you, narcissists appear to be the most sincere and nice people to everyone else. See, that's going to that post that Brittany posted. And they make it seem as though their loved one has all the problems, has all these issues that they are helping support. I say this from actual abuse from a narcissist that I'm a survivor of. This life-saving hero put me in a chokehold when I was 8 weeks pregnant because I wanted to feed my other child. And he told the world I was crazy and just snapped when I decided I didn't want to be abused anymore. You don't know what the truth is. To which Brittany replies with the woman's name and says, sorry to hear you went through that. Gabby was a narcissist. Who does that sound like? Who said that stuff the minute their son confessed? Ronnie Watts? Sound familiar? Okay. Brian didn't complain about her. What? What are you doing?
Act like I was a monster. Look at that guy.
Brian didn't complain about her. He was always the one jumping through hoops to keep her happy. Really? Locking her out of a van that she owned so that she had to climb through a window, taking her phone away? That sounds like he was jumping through hoops to keep her happy, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah. Good night, I love you. That sounds like he was trying to keep her happy, isn't it? Telling her that she'd never make it with a YouTube channel, with an Instagram, doing the van life. She'll never make it. She'll never be able to do it. Beating her down. That sounds like that. She was a self-proclaimed OCD. Now, she's just taking this from that, and how many people say that? And her father clarified this. So many of us say, oh, I'm a little OCD when it comes to that. Oh, wow, I was sorry, I was cleaning up. I'm pretty OCD about that. That doesn't mean that they were actually told by a psychiatrist and diagnosed with OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. People use that. But Brittany's using that to slander, again, Gabby. And the one with clear self-control issues. Clear self-control issues? Really? Where? Because she fought back when he was locking her out of the van, when he was slapping her in the street, when he was taking her phone? Really? Gabby's the one that died from strangulation, not Brian. I don't think she's the one that had self-control issues. But Brian loved her and did his best to roll with her ever-changing whims, really. Brian was the one that couldn't even drink water out of a plastic water bottle, who wanted to sit crisscross applesauce in the street. A grown man. So then they also said, because the creator that I'm going to tell you about, who said some really bad things about Gabby's parents, so someone pulled another skeleton, come on, little skeletons, out of Brittany's closet and said, hey, Brittany, I'm sure your late grandparents are turning over in their graves with what you said. With what you and your awful mother, because her mother Martha was putting her 2 cents in too, and saying that Roberta had only wished that Brittany could have been with Brian, because then it's like Cindy Watts said, her son was perfect until he met the wrong woman. And it sounds like Roberta Laundry is just thinking if he was only with Brittany, this would not have happened. So it says, hey, Brittany, I'm sure your late grandparents are turning over in their graves with what you and your awful mother are saying about the late Gabby Petito. Is that why you weren't allowed to be around your grandma the last year of her life? And your uncle took out a police report banning you from visiting? I bet your relatives are also proud of you both, stirring up hornet's nest. For what purpose? It's already exposed your DUI from January of this year. Here's to Stuart and Anne He was a newspaper editor for the New York Times. I bet he's totally disappointed with your behavior. So they're telling her, keep it up. Keep it up. You want to go and defame someone who can't defend themselves? Well, then other people are going to do their best to stop you. And if that includes rattling those skeletons in your closet that are out there, they're telling you better be careful what you started, right? And it appears that Brittany doesn't like it so much now. So then, let's see what else she had to say, because here's some other comments from Brittany. She's replying to a person and it says, at the very least, until he is actually convicted of murder, I think everybody should just keep their opinions to themselves rather than condemning Brian and his family for anything they did without being in their shoes. Well, how about, Brittany, you followed your own advice? Because if you followed your own advice, we wouldn't be here, right? If you just kept your opinions to yourself regarding Gabby, none of us would be here. None of us would know your name. No one from the internet would have went in your closet and pulled some of your skeletons out. Why don't you practice what you preach? But what I do want to know, she goes on, is I wasn't there when it happened, and neither was the rest of the damn world. People want to call out monsters and are so quick to judge. Boy, doesn't that sound like you, Brittany? And say all sorts of things. When the truth comes out, and in the past people are found innocent, their reputations are still damaged beyond repair because of the media and vigilantes, physical and internet. Aren't you one of those vigilantes trying to create damage control for Brian and his family? She says, blank, I am afraid he is dead. The evidence may end up looking like it was murder without an explanation, even if it was an accident. Brittany, it wasn't an accident. And maybe he knew and really loved her and couldn't face another day without her. And with the grief and now the media, I wouldn't be surprised if he took his own life. And if that happened, we will never know the whole truth. Yeah, Brittany, we will. Because it was a homicide and she died of strangulation, manual strangulation. And the FBI know more than you know. I know I love Roberta and her faith is very strong, but I don't know how strong Brian is. And she has a personality to fold under most pressure, and maybe it was too much for him to take. I'm so worried about him and his parents and the unanswered questions Gabby's family is trying to deal with as it is. Brian's family is, I'm sure, unimaginably worried and under unfathomable stress. Yes, under stress that the Laundries wouldn't answer their calls when they thought both Brian and Gabby were missing, right? All the stress that they put them under. Yeah. Really nutso. I'm sorry. Then she says again, she's replying to someone else and saying, sorry to hear you went through that. Gabby was, that's the one we read, was a narcissist. Yeah, Gabby was a narcissist. Again, she is diagnosing people, right? Exactly. Okay, and then there is a group. Leave the Laundries alone. Okay? This was written 2 hours ago. Roberta and Chris Laundrie have been crucified in the public. I am friends with a close friend of Roberta who only had nice things to say about her. I asked a friend of mine, the executive producer of a news station, if he was interested in interviewing a friend of Roberta's. He gave her number to a couple of people at 2 very large news stations. Neither reached out to her. The media has chosen how to portray the couple by choosing what stories to run. The Daily Mail recently published something saying that Brian dumped the body of Gabby in their story and then redacted it. Everything has been biased. They twisted Cassie's words, which led to a large crowd gathering outside her home screaming that Brian killed Gabby. Her young children were unaware of the situation and had to learn about their death of their aunt and disappearance of their uncle in such a horrific way. No, that's a lie. That's a lie because Cassie's own husband showed that it was a lie when he said we really can't hear a word you're saying inside the house. I've heard some things about both Brian and Gabby that indicates they both were having life troubles. None of this in any way has any bearing on what happened with them. This page in no way supports any bashing of Gabby. Well, let's hope not. Speculation of Brian's guilt or innocence should not have any bearing on wanting the public to stop harassing his parents. The couple has lost a son too. Oh, get out of here. No, they didn't lose a son. As far as we know, their son is still alive, and he is on the run. That's a lot different than someone strangling and killing their son. Oh my gosh, this is like deja vu again. I think that Brian is dead. You can think it. Nobody knows it. There's no proof he's gone. He left on his own accord. And this couple can't even mourn the death or loss of their son in peace. Oh, stop it. This is disgusting. Because of the public lynching that is taking place. Really? We're supposed to feel sorry when they couldn't even come forward and tell Gabby's parents what was going on? There has been a lot of speculation out there, so let me tell you what I do know. Oh, what they do know. Let's hear. Chris and Roberta kicked Brian out of their home in Long Island when they were having problems with him. That doesn't sound like the type of codependent parents that would help their son cover up a murder. Really? Where did he go? To Sissy and brother-in-law's house that I think is owned by his father and live there? So you want to say that? We don't know that they were kicked out. We don't know that he was kicked out. Brian was cleaning up, and they let him and Gabby stay at their condo in Florida. Really? Where do we hear about this condo in Florida all of a sudden? Because his sister says that they lived with her in that house on Wabasso Avenue. We have not heard about a condo from anyone in Gabby's family. Which was used for their winter getaway in a retirement community. The other people in the community didn't like that Brian and Gabby were living there. So maybe they lived there prior to living with Cassie. What? 3 years ago? 2 years ago? Chris and Roberta moved into the Florida house in November. At some point while living in Long Island, Roberta gave Brian her old Buick. She then didn't have a car to drive. That doesn't sound like a wealthy couple. None of us said they were wealthy. Chris is estranged from his brother that has the yacht. Now this is a lot. Oh, Chris's brother. Now they're talking about Chris's brother that has the yacht. You mean that has the boat brokerage? Isn't that what it is? That part of the family absolutely did not help Brian escape. How do we know they're estranged? How do we know they absolutely did not help him? Because you're saying it here on the Facebook page? Oh, okay, good. Brian flew out to Florida to get his stuff out of the condo because his parents were paying for it and wanted to sell it. Okay, now we're hearing this condo business. That's not what Cassie said. So is Cassie lying again, according to these Facebook people? That's not what the Petito family said. I would say these people are not telling the truth, right? And Brian everybody said it was a storage unit. because his parents were paying for it and wanted to sell it. Well, that condo sold July 30th. Brian flew back August 17th. Wouldn't Brian have had to have his stuff out of there way before that? If it closed on July 30th? It was costing them money having their stuff there. Yes, because I'm sure someone's going to buy a condo from you and say, it's okay, just use the condo as a storage unit just until you have, we'll just charge you as a storage unit. That's where Gabby and Brian lived before the road trip. They didn't live with Brian's parents. So this person on Facebook is saying this. That's not what the neighbor said. That's not what the parents said. Gabby's parents started asking about the kids on September 10th. No, that's not true. I don't know if any of the calls even got through. Just like with Cassie, I don't know where they got their numbers. I suspect they were mostly texting Brian until Saturday the 11th. Yeah, that's not true, according to the family, okay? That's when they found out that Gabby was missing. Yeah, why did they find out on the 11th then? Why wouldn't Brian have told them before he even left Wyoming that Gabby isn't here? I'm taking her van back. I'm going to use her debit card. This is so stupid. I believe Brian told them he had a fight with Gabby and she stayed behind. Cassie accidentally alluded to this when she was asked about the van. She said, I assumed he flew home. That's what he always did. Oh, what he always did because he was always going cross country. Oh, wait, that's police stuff. That's not exactly what she said. Remember, the FBI told them not to say anything and had their lawyer cancel his press conference. It wasn't their lawyer, it's the parents' lawyer. I think she was going to say when they had an argument, they separated. Really, why'd he take her car and use her debit card? I think they reached out to a family friend, a lawyer, who said that he'll take care of it. Just send anyone to me. I'm sure they thought Gabby was fine. Yeah, she's fine being left there without her belongings, without her debit card, without her phone. Yeah, she's fine. Sunday, the news broke. By Monday, Brian was gone. They aren't wealthy criminal masterminds. You don't have to be wealthy to be a criminal mastermind. You don't have to be a mastermind to be a criminal. Roberta worked for the health department, and they are retired. No, they are not. They own a juice servicing business. They didn't kill anyone, and just like Cassie, I think they were as confused and in the dark as anyone in the beginning. And I don't believe that. And now they have to live with wondering if their son is a murderer and fearing he is dead while being publicly persecuted and told that they are accomplices. Well, maybe if they had just come out and answered some questions, maybe if they had said, we don't know where our son is, we don't know what happened, but we want to find him and get some answers. This page is for anyone that supports Brian's parents as people who didn't have answers to give Gabby's family. So in order to belong to this page, you must believe that Brian's parents had no answers to give Gabby's family, so they just ignored them, and that's okay in your book. And two elderly people, one of whom had or has breast cancer. How do we know that? And I really wouldn't consider the mother or the father elderly in today's standards at all. The mother's in her 50s, and Christopher Laundrie is in his early 60s. They're not, you're trying to attach that elderly to them to make them, like the Garden State Killer, appear so frail. Robert Durst, I couldn't hurt a fly. They're just elderly people. And this, with the cancer, where is this coming from? Some people say because she's sporting a short haircut. Who hiked for 5 hours looking for their son. Who hiked for 5 hours? When did Roberta Laundry hike for 5 hours searching for her son? Please leave them alone. Let the truth come out. Stop gathering on their doorstep. They didn't kill anyone. Let them grieve this tragedy in peace. And then there's another Facebook group. And that is Free Brian Laundrie. Free him? How about find him? Because he's on the run, because he's a coward. I have to respond to an email here. Okay, let's see. Oh, I saw that. Let me see if it's the post that I thought I saw on her mother's. Okay, so the mother of Brittany appears to believe in a lot of conspiracies based on the posts on her Facebook. Okay. And what is this? Yes, I read that post. The post from Brittany's mother, I'll read it again. My daughter has been friends with Roberta and the Laundrie family since she and Roberta worked together for Suffolk County, New York. They remained friends after the Laundries moved down to Florida years ago. Roberta adored my daughter so much she wanted my daughter and Brian to get together. My daughter felt he was just too young for her, as he was around 19 when she was turning 30. Life went on. Eventually, Roberta began expressing to my daughter that there were just too many problems with Gabby. Not having gainful employment, really? I believe she consistently had gainful employment. Sleeping all day, really? Then how was she working those jobs if she was sleeping all day? Drinking? She didn't drink. Smoking herb? I don't think so. Not being grateful for meals? Wow, is that Roberta's opinion? not helping around the house. Seemed to me she wanted things in order and things to be neat, so I really can't imagine that one. My daughter tried being supportive of Roberta, working on having patience and understanding with Gabby. Roberta seemed relieved for a little break when they began their van life adventure this past June. Now, isn't this funny? If we look at that other page that says they lived in a condo, we are hearing here, no, they lived in the house. So this is just crazy. That whole page, that person doesn't even know them. They may be having a psychotic break and be these crazy people that think they know people that they don't know, and they're pretending all of this because the condo business is just ridiculous. We see from here, it's not, right? Mother wants a little break? Yeah, okay. Clearly, something went sourly wrong along the way. Of course it did. If anything, I've learned not to jump onto any bandwagons until the truth is relieved. You're jumped right on the bandwagon of victim bashing a murder victim, right? There, Martha? We truly don't know anything yet. No, we know a lot. We know that Gabby was killed. We know it was a homicide. We know the cause was manual strangulation. We know she didn't do it to herself. We know it wasn't accidental. We know that Brian took her van and drove home and that he used her credit card. We know there's a warrant out for his arrest. We know that he's a coward and is on the run. We know a lot of stuff, Martha. Roberta has not corresponded back to any of my daughter's text messages, so you're showing us that she conveniently ignores things that bother her, right? I hope that the truth reveals itself sooner than later. Yeah, everybody does. But there's always more to the story than what the media reports, and there's always more to the story than what the friends over here report that are trying to do damage control. I'm shocked by the entire story, but more shocked that this is the same family my daughter thought the world of, and now this, none of us, including the speculative media, can really feel any way about it until the truth comes out, and it always does. Yes, we can feel some way about it because a lot of the truth has come out, okay, including the manner and cause of death. My gosh. This is just insane. Okay, now I'm going to show you real quick an interview that our Kitty McCafferty had with the woman that is suing Chris Laundrie for taking that sign that didn't belong to him. Okay? So we're going to look at that now. And I have permission to use this from Kitty. Let me pull this over.
For Gabby and the Petito family. So my name's Andrew Griffin. I am a Florida activist, and I'm from Manatee County. And you came out to show your respect for Gabby and the Petito family. How do you feel about domestic violence?
Well, my parents were both fighting growing up all the time. Both of them were arrested for just pulling hair about 10 years ago. And I watched it all go down, and I was terrified. Something that ran through my whole entire family, so I decided to start an organization called Rise and Stand. The website's riseandstand.net. It gives you all the information that you need to get help if you're in domestic violence, places to call, shelters, information, pamphlets you can download.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful. So we're in front of the Dirty Laundry House. If you had an opportunity to say something to the Laundries, what would it be?
Tell us what you know. Give us any ideas, you know where your son goes. You know places that he likes to camp, places he likes to hike. Give us a list of places that we can look that you think he might be.
And do you believe that the Laundries are withholding information from law enforcement as well as the public?
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, Gabby's family is, they've lost a daughter by domestic violence. from the hands of her fiance, allegedly, Brian Laundrie. If you had an opportunity to say anything to the Petito family, what would you say to them?
I have a 21-year-old daughter, about to be 22 in December. I can't imagine.
It's pretty heartbreaking.
Yeah, I don't know. If it was my daughter and I suspected that her fiance, boyfriend did something like this, I would be out every single day, morning to night. I probably wouldn't sleep, out looking for him, trying to find him myself, working with the police, doing anything and everything that I could.
So you find it suspicious that the Laundrie family went on a camping trip with their entire family and purchased burner phones. They've admitted to this.
Well, they had to have asked questions. Where is she? Why did you come back with the van and without her?
And why did they hire an attorney the day he returned to Florida?
Well, I have thoughts about that. I think maybe, I don't know, but I think maybe when the domestic dispute went down with the police and things and they had a court date that was going to, he didn't know what she had said at that time. Maybe he had already went back to the motel that they put him in and called his parents and set up an attorney prior and just had it ready when this all happened. I don't know.
Gotcha.
It's just a thought.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and thank you for the support.
Thank you.
Okay, so that one-of-a-kind art, it wasn't on his property. Apparently, it's on, I guess, an easement, and so that's why she's suing him. But that we're just showing Kitty. Kitty is a person that went to Fort DeSoto and got pictures of Fort DeSoto and was by the house. She wasn't screaming and she wasn't protesting. What about it? Sorry, you didn't know what at the time? So disregard me saying what, Kitty, I don't know what you said, what we're talking about. Okay, anyway, and good to see you, one-of-a-kind art. Haven't seen you in a long time. So that is the kind of stuff. Now, the one thing I'll read over again, because maybe some of you didn't get here, is that a creator who has a long history of tearing apart murder victims and their families, and many times, more often than not, blaming the murdered person for bringing about their own death. Okay? And there is a lawsuit from a parent whose son who died. Okay? The circumstances, whether it was murder, whether it was suicide, or something that's out there. And this creator was saying that these two people are not responsible. It was a big thing, and she was saying some really defaming things about this young man who's deceased, his mother, himself. And so the mother is suing her. And within weeks of that, her channel's removed from YouTube. Now, she came back, allegedly using her husband's social security number and trying to keep that channel under wraps. I don't know if that channel is still there. I don't know, and I don't know what she's doing with that. But I can tell you that there's a Facebook post where she is blaming the Petitos and the Schmitz, and she is saying that, in a sense, they're to blame. And she's even blaming that they didn't raise their daughter right. You know how she is. She's done this many times to many people. Okay? She creates Facebook groups. She goes on podcasts about this. So she's starting up again, post this. The critical one, on Facebook is posting this. Okay, and I can read it to you, and then I'll let you call in if you want to discuss what's going on. But this is why things have to change. this kind of stuff is just going to start all over again. If it's allowed to continue, if there's nothing to stop it. So this post that she put up on Facebook in her old channel name has pictures of Gabby and Brian, Nicole and Jim Schmidt, and Joe Petito. Tara Petito is not in the photos that are posted here. And she says there is something very wrong with these people. Remember, she is qualified to say all this. The more they talk, the less I feel they even knew their own daughter, okay? Or they're in deep denial about her life. These people that come on and want us to believe that they know something so intimate about people they don't even know, but they do. They know this stuff. And I've seen it in my own loss, okay? People that say that the only reason I can get on here is because, and this has been said by creators on here, that my son was dead to me before, which is couldn't be any further. He was my best friend. He still is my best friend. Okay? And it's sickening. It's sickening to hear stuff like that. It's sickening to have some creator say something about your child that's lost, and you know it's wrong. Your child can't defend themselves anymore, and they just want to hurt you a little more for whatever selfish reasons they have to get you off, because they're jealous of you, because they don't like you, because you represent something that they don't want. Whatever it is, it's not right, and it has to be stopped. So anyway, she knows best, okay, saying the parents are in deep denial. At the age of 17, she had to file a restraining order against some punk she was dating who became obsessed with her. So let's say that's true. What does that mean? They probably helped her file a restraining order, and is that somehow the parents' fault that someone became obsessed with their daughter who's beautiful? Really? I think it sounds like they did the right thing and filed that restraining order, right? She was living in another state away from her parents. Well, you know what? She was 22 years old. A lot of 22-year-olds live in a different state from their parents. A lot of them graduated college by then, and they're on to graduate school. My daughter was in another state away from me, attending graduate school. That makes me a bad parent? She was living in another state away from her parents. Within a couple of years, she would be with Brian. Yeah? And you think her parents could stop that? And well, we all see how that ended. Yes, no one more than her parents can see how that ended more strongly, right? They thought he would take care of her. How do you know what they thought? You have no idea what they thought. Why not raise her to take care of herself? How do you know how they raised her? She seemed very able to take care of herself. She wasn't the one saying crisscross applesauce. Oh my gosh. They were expecting some kid from Florida to take care of her. First of all, critical one, he wasn't from Florida. He was born and raised in Blue Point, Long Island, New York, if you don't know that. They only moved to Florida recently. He was as much from Florida as she was from Florida, which is not much, okay? And where did they ever say they ever expected him to take care of her? They expected him not to kill her. They expected him to be a partner with her. They expected that, as any of us do when our children have a significant other. Did they take care of her when she was 17? Yeah, I'm sure they did. And basically on her own, because that's what you say? This is infuriating. See, this kind of thing needs to be stopped. These parents don't need this. They don't need her going in there and doing this whole thing over, starting these groups, starting these posts, calling these people out, digging into their lives, then bringing out lies as truths. We've seen it all in other cases she's done. That's why. So, yeah, I'm going to put the number in. If you want to call in, you can call in. If you're not a member, you're not in Slack, you can send an email. If you're a first-time caller, we're going to need to see a Facebook page from you or an Instagram or a Twitter account, which I will message you back on to make sure you are a real person. If you're not okay with that, then that's fine. You can't call in. We have to make sure we don't have trolls on here who are showing their genitalia because we don't want to get our channel closed down. Okay? We care about that, and we would never put that stuff on. So I'm going to put the number in. Okay, the number is in Slack, and I am going to go back to the chat. I'm sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat, so I'm not sure what's been going on. Let's see. She interviewed Gabby's supposed good friend. I wonder if that good friend knew that she was making fun of Gabby, saying she smelled. Saying she smelled? Who said she smelled? Kelly, if you give me a Facebook page, a Twitter, and Instagram where I can message you. Thank you, Juju Positive, for becoming a Sergeant Rambler. Thank you very much. Sarah says making fun of her for no reason. Exactly. There is no reason to make fun of a murder victim. There's no reason to make fun of her. The crater, Sarah, where did you see that? Hi, Nana Patty. Do you have a screenshot of that, Sarah? If you could email me a screenshot, that would be nice. Thank you for joining us. Hey, okay, let's see. Do you have a screenshot of that? My Facebook is... Okay, you have to send me your URL, Kelly, because I have to send you a message. We have to do it because there's too many people that say they're someone and they come on and show their junk. Hypnotized Carolyn, that came about Gabby's hygiene when the officer... Oh, very nice. So she said that meant she smelled? Very, very mature and very... What critical thinking skills were used to say that? Very mature. Nana Patty fell off there. Exactly. Yes, Nikki, all over again. A brand new case to slander people in, starting with the parents and the murder victim. Hi, Nana Penny. Exactly, hippie says so mean and evil. It is. There's no reason for it. Why would you do that? Lisa D says Brian Laundrie was a sheltered little boy from the suburbs of Long Island. He's not a big-time survivalist or anything glamorous or fancy. Stop elevating the murderer and slandering the victim. Exactly. Hi, Nana Patty. Taking a shower could just be to calm down and relax. Well, Adventures with Beth, that is exactly what that officer said. Remember he mentioned his wife? Yeah. We don't want to see you junk. That's right. We don't want to see it. I'm sorry. I've never done this. All you have to do, Kelly, is just send me an email and then just send me, if you go to your Facebook and take up in the browser, just copy it, put it in there so that I can send you a message on Facebook to make sure you're the right person. Because if that name is very common, I would be very hard for me to try to find that. It's like saying, like Susan Smith. There'll be, 10,000 Susan Smiths. I wouldn't know which one is you. Irish Cream says, how about you start looking into other cases and leave Gabby alone? How about you stop, Irish Cream? What is wrong with you? Why does it bother you that I'm standing up for and against victim bashing? Why does that bother you? Because you want victims bashed? Because what I'm saying is offensive to you? Why is it offensive to you? Why is it, Irish Cream? I wish you would tell me. Why is what I'm saying offensive to you that you want me to look into other cases and leave Gabby's case alone? I wonder why. I don't think Nana Patty is able to get on or something tonight. I thought I was seeing things. An Irish Cream. Drop the Irish, please. Then check. So do you call from your storage units? So do not call from your storage units then. She said no junk. Yeah, White Rabbit, don't call from your storage unit. Hi, Nana Patty. Oh, I don't know if she's hearing me now. How about you start your own channel and talk about what you want to talk about, Irish Cream? Yeah. Let me see if anybody's emailing. My email is loading up again. Okay. Can you hear us, Nana Patty? Is there something maybe I can't hear? Oh, wait a second. Can you hear me, Nana Patty?
Now I can.
Well, that was weird because it was mute in here. Okay. That was really weird.
Yeah, it's like, this is so strange.
Yeah, that was me. That was mute. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. I was wondering what the freak's going on. Oh, okay. But everybody heard me before out there, right? Or they would have said something, right? Okay.
Yeah. I could hear you on YouTube, but just couldn't
not
hear
on
you through
Zoom.
Zoom.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hello.
Hello, David Elaine.
I'm changing that name. I'm telling you I am. Hi, Nana Patty.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, everybody in chat.
Hi. So can you
So how
believe
you doing?
this crap now?
Please. It's mind-boggling to me. It's just unbelievable. I just can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah, I know.
It's just, I don't,
See,
well,
T-Mac.
here we go again.
I know. T-Mac, here you go. You say it's not
Hang on.
worth to discuss what this creator's saying, but it is worth it because you see what that creator was saying obviously got her removed from this platform. Okay? So it is worth saying because if it was your child, T-Mac, that
Yep.
they're talking about, it would be well worth it to you to have it stopped.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
H.
Hi, Lisa.
I love you all.
Love you too.
Love you.
Who's here?
Davida.
Oh,
Davida.
Nana Patty and
Nana
Davida.
Patty.
Davida.
Davida.
Yeah.
Oh, God, give me a break.
There.
How you doing, Lisa?
I'm much better, kind of, because it's all done. All the moving's done.
Oh, really?
good.
Good.
Yeah. It's all done.
Find it
How
hard.
you
I can
doing,
breathe
Nana Patty?
finally.
How am I doing?
Yeah.
I almost have all the moving done.
Oh, you
yeah,
had
you've been
moving
doing it
too, right?
Yeah.
And Carolyn, I saw you did
Oh.
wonderful on your decoupage.
Oh gosh, not the first time.
What? Why you left a ply on?
No, but I didn't have it sealed all the way to the ends, I guess, and it burned a little
Oh.
bit of it off, so I ripped it, you know me, I ripped it all off again and did it again.
Kisses and hugs to all in chat and on panel. I love you guys. Missed you.
We love you too.
I sometimes encourage
Love
people to
you
shower
too.
when I'm being nurturing. Yeah. And Gabby said she had just taken a shower. And then he said, well, you haven't been through this. He didn't mean she smelled. According to him, it helps his wife calm down.
Still don't understand that either.
Yeah. I wanted to be talked about over and over again, right, until it would stop. Hi, Emily. When you need
What's
to
so
understand,
What's
we
so
can't
sad is
stop.
you've already seen this happen once before, and it's like
It's
this
still,
is
but it's
just
and
the
it's
beginning.
still happening to these to
Yeah, yeah.
families we know. It's still happening.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
and it's ridiculous. And you're going to let it happen again and again and again and again and not say anything?
yeah.
I don't understand it. Why?
Because some
know.
people are just, they think that they can say anything they want whenever they want. You know, like they would never allow this, someone to go on some show but it's like it's the Wild West out here, and that's why it's got to stop. People have to be accountable for the things they say, and if there are real accounts behind them, then they're going to be accountable.
I think it's because they're just behind a key, behind
Yeah, that's
a.
what I mean, because there's no identity
Yeah.
attached
Because
to them.
if somebody did that to me or said something about my mother or, I would, well, yeah.
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 Yeah. We all know what yeah means. Yeah.
I hope the
Yeah.
cop's wife
Mm.
gave him hell about it. Probably Emily, yeah. Good night, DJ. Blythe
I'd
Fox
lock
says,
their
"Thank
head
you for
off."
being a reasonable voice of reason about this case. You're welcome. Blythe.
My great aunt used to say that. She said that she was about maybe 5 years old or something, and her brother was a little older than her, and she had an axe in her hand, and her parents
Oh.
said, "Where are you going, Margaret, with that axe?" To lop off Edward's head or somebody, one of the brothers. I know, my great aunt.
Was she related to Lizzie Borden?
No, she lived to be 101.
Ooh.
Don't fool with her, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, hi Shay. She says, we've learned ignoring it only makes it worse, and it does. When you ignore it,
Yeah.
these groups get bigger and bigger. These people get louder and louder.
Yeah,
And,
because then they get their platforms going.
Oh,
And
Newfie, thank you so much for those napkins. I can't believe you did that. I really can't. Thank you so much. I was freaking out when Jimmy opened them.
well, can we see them?
Yeah, I will show you them. Hold on.
All
one
right,
second.
all right. Just asking.
Okay. Social media has gone so vile that I'm afraid to reach out if a family member was missing. Yeah, Annie B, it's because it's been allowed to get that way, and it's got to be reeled in.
Yeah, Danielle, don't encourage Davida to be violent.
You know, it's to the point where I'm
That's what
afraid to make,
Kevin Leonard said.
I'm afraid to make a comment on anyone's post,
Yeah.
you know, on social media, because it's like, no matter what you say, you're going to be wrong.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, how do I respond and be politically correct to every
Right.
single post?
I know. Oh, how cute.
Yeah, Newfie paid attention, and I said the Snoopy
Wait,
Christmas.
I missed it.
was
Oh,
the
it's so
the
cute.
Snoopy Christmas.
Oh, that's
Aw.
adorable.
I know.
Good
I'm
old
gonna make a
Newfie.
buzz. Thank you, Newfie.
That is adorable.
I know. Thank you, Newfie. You pay attention. You really listen. Thank you.
She's
Hi,
like
Shay.
a button.
Hi,
She
Shay.
listens.
And now Scooter's like, thanks for opening my birthday present, Carolyn.
Oh yeah, how come you haven't opened that?
Because I told Scooter I want to be in the right frame. And I
Okay,
just my
I've been
daughter just
waiting.
went to the bus today, and it's been like crazy hectic. So tomorrow sounds like a good day.
Okay. All right.
She's like, I don't understand. Don't worry, Scooter.
Did you watch the 60-minute Australia about Gabby?
No, I didn't. Did you?
It was very good. Yeah.
Where
very
did you
good.
find it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's just been
Yeah,
it's
very
been-
good. The parents were on all of them,
Okay,
except for the stepmom.
okay, Tara.
Hi, Flo.
Oh, thank you.
Hugs.
You're so sweet, Newfie. Let's see.
So did I tell everybody? No, I didn't.
Okay.
My car, I got the new battery Thursday,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it worked Friday.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Saturday, we didn't go any,
Oh,
my
thank you,
cousin
Newfie.
was helping me, but she had the kids, her grandchildren, so we decided to go Sunday. When she got here at 8 a.m., my car was dead.
Then it might
So I
be the
guess
alternator.
it is. I'm sure it is. So that they're looking around. I have this guy that he came and helped me today with the moving this morning around 7:30. We left and got it done by about noon. And he called a place, and it's like 144 for a refurbished. Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much
So
is
rebuilt.
an alternator not refurbished?
It's rebuilt.
Rebuilt, right.
Good night, Katrina. Thank you
so-
for letting us see
yeah.
that interview.
That's not too
Just have
bad,
to find
really.
somebody to put it
Oh,
in.
that's good, Robbity Bob. The CNN one is on YouTube too, Robbity Bob said.
Oh, okay.
If I lived near you, Lisa H., I'd have Gordon come do it for you.
Oh, you're so sweet, Nana Patty.
But that's a long way to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
If we all could become bewitched.
I don't understand.
Just wiggle our
Put
nose.
it in a newspaper. What was
Uh-uh.
said on social media? You would
Why
get
is Scooter
sued.
going to be embarrassed? What did she do?
See, Karen Duffy made a good point. She said, I don't
Okay.
understand it. If you put in a newspaper what's said on social media, you would get sued. And yet on social media, it's a free-for-all to say as many bad, vile things as you want. It's wrong.
Yeah.
It
It's
is.
true.
They would be sued if they said something about her mental health, that she had a laundry list of this, that. That publication would be sued like crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And it's kind of like these YouTube creators are acting like a reporter, some of them.
Right, except they don't
So-
want to be responsible for saying anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I just said it. It's for you to take it how I mean it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Megan. You're finally back.
Megan.
And it's been forever. You're so happy to catch a live and see the familiar name. So welcome back. T-Max said, I will say in the last 20 years, I have worked with people in various crisis states. I totally am aware that we cannot presume to understand anyone's thoughts or feelings based on their behaviors. Yeah, High 61. It was an interesting choice of words to say a laundry list. Okay. Oh, okay. It's a video I have to watch saying that she smelled.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll take a look at that afterwards. Thank you, Sarah. It's ridiculous.
They're saying that him on video said that to her?
No, this one creator, the one that's like notorious for victim bashing
Oh.
and bashing of families, is saying that.
God.
We read a lot about John List. I think it's ethical to examine a couple or family where a murder
I
took
guess I
place,
missed
but we
it,
need to
Scooter.
be honest and compassionate as we do it. Exactly, sensible crime. Oh, Scooter says I'm making a huge production of the president. I'm only going to be let down.
Is it there at your house?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
She said I'm only going to be let down now.
Why are you not opening it?
Because it just came, and then like my daughter was here, we had to rush off to this, and I just felt like it was rushing, and I just, finally she went, got her. It's just been a whirlwind. We didn't even get to weave the stuff we wanted to weave. We didn't get to do half the things we wanted to do, and I baked cookies today, and then I sent some cookies down for my daughter's
can you send
girlfriend.
some to me?
Yeah, I sent some cookies back to the city with my daughter, and then. And then I took her to the bus, and it's just been like and I just collapsed. Wow. I was so tired when I got home from taking her to the bus. You know that feeling when you're so tired and your head is all like foggy? Mm-hmm. You got that horrible feeling. That's how I was feeling. And even when I was laying down, it wasn't going away. Even when I would sleep, it wasn't going away. And I thought it would never go away. Finally went away.
Thank goodness.
I was having just felt like I was like a zombie. I just don't know what I'm doing. I sent you a message on your messenger. You sent me a messenger on Facebook? Let me check.
Scooter.
I've been going to bed at 6 at night.
Really?
Yeah, really.
And getting up at
After
what time?
I get done with the moving, for hours of that, you just get exhausted.
Scooter, she's not going to return your gift and order, so you can order something different.
Oh, Scooter. Lord.
Now we want you to open that gift really bad.
Kelly, did you write it to my personal Facebook? Did you write it to True Crime Chat with Mommy, or did you do it to Mommy Ramblings Facebook? Because I'm not seeing it. Can you let me know where you sent it?
Danielle said, Scooter, stop it.
Sounds like Charlie Brown. Now you'll only be let down. Nothing will ever live up to
rock.
you now.
That's all I got. I got a rock.
It will be a complete letdown.
Big old rock.
And I should do that no matter what. Act really let down, like, why would you get this? I don't understand. I thought it was going to be something really good all this time. I've been building it up and up and up in my mind, and I'm only let down now. Oh, no.
Or you could wrap up a rock.
Yeah, I could wrap up something different, right? Like something totally different. Like a bottle of perfume or something.
Half used.
Yeah, half used.
Half used. I think we've already gone that route.
Yeah.
With whatever her name was. Used. Oh, dear.
Scooter said she'll have to send you a few other things.
I bet it's a really nice gift.
That
Probably is.
Kevin Leonard said he'll request a refund on the gift for Scooter. And Danielle Babs, get up here.
But I want
Yeah,
to know.
Babs.
What's the matter with you?
You don't
Babber.
understand. She told me for months that it was coming from somewhere else, right? And then she goes, I don't understand. They just didn't ship it. And then I said, she goes, so I got it from eBay. But what I want to know, is it the same thing or is it something different? Because then she's really set it up for disappointment. Because if you go, what were you getting me, right? And if she says it was something like, you'd be like, oh, so it took long shipping, so you just got me something else? Oh.
Michelle K, exactly. How does one
canceled it.
wait to open a present?
You canceled what I really wanted? Right.
They canceled it, I believe is what Scooter said.
Oh, they canceled it? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was, but I'm just saying. Hi,
She said
Dorothy
it's something
Marie.
different.
Dorothy Marie, would you like to call in about this victim bashing stuff? Have you heard what we're talking about? Something different, Scooter said. The first thing was
Ashton Drake?
Ashton Drake. What is that?
You got to open that so we know what she got you.
The Ashton Drake.
What is that, Scooter?
Is it melted?
Oh gosh, remember that?
Yeah,
Yes.
she meant well, but it was just everywhere.
She meant well.
I think Ashton Drake is art, I think.
They're a doll company.
That's a doll, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But did she mean astronaut?
I don't know. Aston?
Astronaut Austin.
What is Astro Austin?
She said, I sent you the email for proof of receipts.
I don't have it. I'll look for it later.
Ashton Drake.
Could you
Scooter,
see
come
if
on up.
Lori, can you see if someone can answer my question? What's your question? Let me see. Kelly said, you're the only one I like on YouTube. I'm not good on this stuff. Kelly, if you could just, can you email me then? If you just email me, can you, Carolyn@truecrimechat.org. Just email me, please. I'm looking, Lori, for your question.
She found something inventive, something vintage on eBay.
Well, this is getting too much.
I know.
I can't handle it.
I can't.
I think I'm
either.
going to have to shut down.
I think
Alright.
I'm going to
Okay.
cry.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to leave if you don't open it.
Lori,
Damn
I'm not
right.
seeing your question. Could you possibly cut and paste it again?
Oh, how cool. So I found something inventive, something vintage. Oh,
Well,
and
you
it's
know
right
what? You got
next
a
to
lot
you.
of typos, Scooter. She said she's text to talk here or something.
Yeah, because her
Talk to
wrist
text.
hurts.
Oh, okay. I'll give her I'll let it slide.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can't she talk? That won't hurt her hand.
Well, that's
Yeah, that's
true.
why she's got typos. Yeah, Scooter, why aren't you calling in?
Yeah. Rest that old arm of yours. Movie? You're watching a
Movie?
movie?
Oh, yeah, sure. She'll watch a movie by herself, but she won't watch them with us. I'm getting really upset now.
I am too. Well, actually, I'm starting to
me
get
too.
complex.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Okay, so here's a couple of screenshots. What is this? No. Okay, so she said, in her opinion, they both smelled.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
But she just had a shower the day before.
Right. And then said a dream to live inside the back of an Amazon delivery van, smushed up with the same person day after day, month after month. It was just a trip. She wasn't living there for the rest of her life. They were living in that. Let that sink in. And she posts a picture of the back of the van. Why wasn't Gabby's family concerned about her stupid decision to live like a vagabond out of a van for months on end? What did they think had happened? Wow, not judgmental at all there.
Well, not
A lot of people do that,
Yeah, of course.
especially young people.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
I'm
Sometimes
not
they
even
don't
going to read what Scooter's typing anymore. I'm getting upset now.
Some people go backpacking all across Europe.
Exactly. They don't even
Yeah,
have a van.
That's when you go when you're
Oh,
young
yeah.
and do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at all her typos. Ashton Drake.
Scooter, are you hitting the sauce?
Kevin, get with it there. You got to set her straight.
Get her under control, Kevin.
Come on, Kevin. You're her manager.
Mm-hmm.
I will
Did
come
you
up
see what
with
Kevin
it
wrote?
later.
Yes.
Yeah. Scooter
mouth
said
may
she will
vibrate,
probably come
thumb,
up in
and
a little
make it
bit.
worse.
Oh, please.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
one of a kind art says before you settle down, exactly 100%. Yeah, when is the time? You're not going to go backpacking across Europe or wherever when you have a bunch of kids or a
Yeah,
big job that you can't leave and all that stuff.
right.
That's the time you can do it.
Exactly.
I sure couldn't do it now.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Catherine Leonard.
This is the vile
Jack
woman who has a
Leonard.
rubber chicken for a friend, Miss Ladybug said. Yeah.
And you had fun with your daughter and Mike's
Yeah,
girlfriend?
yeah, we had a lot of fun, but it was just so fast and so whirlwindy, And there's so many things that we were going to try to weave that stuff, and now she's like, "I'll be home for Thanksgiving," and I'm like, "Thanksgiving? Oh my gosh!" It's
Wow,
crazy.
she's not coming back till then?
Because it's just about what is it? It's just about a month away, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
I mean, before you know it, it's Christmas.
I know.
Mm.
And so I heard you say that the girlfriend got Mike this same ornament.
Yeah, because I was showing it to you. Really, that was like the second or third time she's ever been in a Walmart in her life. And
Wow.
she goes like this, "Oh my gosh, look at their ornaments. I can't believe it." And I had just said to my daughter, because we stopped at the Christmas tree shop, and I said, "You know what?" And she wants to say that it's just because she lives with a roommate, and it's not really, she doesn't really feel like she can put her own touch on the place until, she
Right.
lives with her boyfriend or gets married, whatever. But my daughter really, I don't ever remember her ever gushing over something like a Christmas ornament, right?
Right.
She's just not that, it's just not who she is.
No.
So I said to her, because we're in the Christmas tree shops, and I'm going "Oh, look how cute this is. Oh my gosh, I've ever..." And my daughter's just sitting there "When are we going to be done so we can go to the dinner," right? And I said, let me tell you something. No, I said, you never get excited about anything. You never go, "Oh, look how cute." And she goes, and then she gave me that excuse. Well, I walk in with Gia. My daughter goes off in another section, and there goes Gia. "Oh, look, oh my gosh, I'm having a conniption," right? Over these things. And I'm like, and she finally, we're sitting there, both of us going, "Oh my gosh, look at this one." And then everyone, she was going, "It's the last one," right? She was and she was freaking out. And then my daughter comes by, and she's looking at both of us "Done yet?" And so I'm just "Oh my gosh." So yeah.
So it's safe to say you should go with Gia shopping.
Yeah, because she's going to be like that. And then, so she's "I want to get something from Michael. I love to look at these ornaments. You like these ornaments? Look at this one. Do you think this one is good? What do you think about this one?" Right? So I'm so she's Oh, I should have brought it. I said, put them in the cart. And then she goes, okay. So then I said, I got Michael this one. And she goes, you did? And I said, yeah. And she goes, I want to get him that one. But you already got it.
You're thinking, well, now hold on a minute.
So then she's like, I think I'll get it too. And then she goes and picks out another dachshund, which I hadn't seen, but it was like almost like Beanie Baby material, but it's white. So I go, oh, that one is good because it's white. It's like white, like Roman. And she goes, yeah, I'll get that. I'm gonna get this one too. So she did.
Oh, okay, little competition.
Yeah.
Is she from here?
She's from
the
Ecuador,
US?
but she graduated college and everything in the United States.
Okay. Where did you say she's from?
Ecuador.
Okay. Because I bet that was paying you a compliment in her culture.
Right, probably. Yeah, she
Getting-
didn't say it mean or nasty, you know what I mean?
Right,
I think,
yeah.
But it was funny, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool
That's
that she
funny.
likes to do that kind of stuff like you. And you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah.
sounds like you would be in the store, actually.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
she said, you know, at first I didn't get a lot of Mike's sarcasm, but now I do, and now it's so funny. He's so funny. All we do is laugh all day. And then now
God, I hope that lasts forever.
she's gotten sarcastic. So she said, what kind of joke can we play on him? What kind of joke can I? And I told her this really good joke she could play on him. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's so good. And then on the way home, because he called me and he's like, did you leave Walmart yet? Can you bring my girlfriend back? This is not right, Mom. Oh my gosh. And she goes, is he serious? Because I told her after she was at a different register and I said, yeah, he was totally serious. And she goes, oh my gosh, that's not right. So then she goes, she calls him up in the car and she said, what can I do? What can I do? And I said, tell him that we're going to see a movie. Tell him that his sister wants to go see a movie and we're going to go see a movie. So she calls him up and she says, we're leaving Walmart now, but your sister wants to go see this movie called The Lamb. And we just found a theater over there and we're going to it. And he's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? So then she's like, no, we're not kidding you. We're serious. We'll see you around 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock. And yeah, so she's getting to play jokes on him, so it's fun.
Good. She's learning the
Yes.
tricks of the trade of the family.
Absolutely. Okay. Did you email me on Facebook? Why don't you just email me? I'm telling you, then I can see. I'm going to check the email. Okay.
Well, she sounds completely precious.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Mm-hmm.
I just went back to see what I had emailed you. Yeah, my daughter likes her too. My daughter sent my son a message and said, she's the best you'll get. Don't mess it up. Did you believe that?
Yeah, I can. Actually, I can.
Yeah. I would do something like that to my brother. So, yeah.
Oh my
He's the best you're going to get.
Sure, or something like she's so much better than any of the others. You
Yeah.
know, because she was, she's very personable and like, yeah, really, really, you can really be comfortable with. Let me see. I just went back to see what I had emailed you. I'm so sorry. Half of it did not make sense. Okay. Who's sending me this?
But her family lives in Ecuador.
Yes, they do. She doesn't have any siblings. She's an only child.
Oh.
Let me see here.
I bet her parents miss her dearly.
Well, her mother was just here. Her mother stayed like during the pandemic, and her mother just went back about a few weeks ago. And that's why she had to go back to Ecuador, because the mother was traveling with their dog. And she said you can only check so many bags. So she actually had to go back to bring her mother's luggage and some other stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why she went back to Ecuador for that week.
So her mom knows Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm trying to say. Yesterday it was her mother's birthday too, so she called her from the car.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, and they just got a Ring doorbell. So I told you about that creepy guy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard about that. I was listening to you. That's weird.
Yeah.
Anything else come of that?
No, I talked to him today briefly, but I forgot to ask about that. But he was getting all new locks down he was going to get a like a combination, press lock for the main door before the apartment, and then
Good.
going to put all that in. And then he was going to the police to show them the Ring doorbell camera to see if they knew the guy, the local police, and because he did go down to the fly fishing store, and they said the guy was a little bit strange. And they never told him that Michael had puppies.
See,
The most they
Who's
said
doing
was
that?
the guy that owns this building and the restaurant, he has a dachshund. And on Michael's door, he's got this funny sign that says like, something like for dachshund owners only, or some one of those dachshund signs on the door. But that's it. And the fly fishing guy said, I would never have said you had puppies. I know you don't
Yeah.
have puppies. You don't breed them. You don't have puppies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kelly, I'm looking like crazy for your message, and I just don't see it. Can you please just email me? If you email me, I'll give you the number. I'll move the thing over here, and if you show us junk, we'll see it only over here. Just send me an email at carolyn@truecrimechat.org, because I can't find your message. Good night, Sherry Shirley.
Sherry Shirley, good night. Do you like your sign? You're gathered.
Oh, well, I haven't looked. I haven't looked at it yet. It's Mod Podge dried, but it is a neat concept.
It is.
Did you do anything else other than that flower with that?
No, but I got another really big flower. I mean, a big one. And I was going to do it for Christmas, but I don't want to do it for Christmas. I'd rather do it with napkins for for regular throughout the year.
Yeah, but that's
Some
cool that
way.
you could do it, because the Dollar Tree has a lot of those metal type flowers.
Mm-hmm.
I have many of them around here.
Oh, yeah.
on
They
different
they
things.
turn out really pretty.
Someone by the name of Forgot says they sent you an email.
I don't know if they to the True Crime Chat, because I'm not getting it there. I only make sure you're putting .org and not .com. Yeah, I don't have anything there.
Well, that just came into my mind. So you mean if I go on your email, you answer?
If you email me like
No.
now during the show and say, hurry, check my email.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of too late then, though, because you're already talking to her.
I'm just being sarcastic.
Mm-hmm.
See if that's that. Still don't see anything on Facebook. Nothing.
Are you seeing anything?
Nothing on Facebook. Nothing. I don't see anything. Kelly, if you just email me, Carolyn@truecrimechat.org, I can give you the number. Ghost Girl,
You know-
hello there.
I got choked once.
Really?
You got
Yeah.
choked?
Yeah. I thought I was going to die. It was an ex-boyfriend.
Right.
Yeah. and he came to my house, and had a bunch of people over, and somebody had a motorcycle, and I went for a ride on the motorcycle with somebody, and I came back, and he was at my house, and stayed there till everyone left, and then proceeded to choke me.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, did he get you against the wall or?
Yeah, it started against the wall, and it ended up in the bed.
Ooh.
It was me trying to get away.
Ugh. How did you get away?
He finally stopped.
Oh, thank God.
Some people do it like just like they'll go like stop, you know, like and then they stop, like they like do that, but, and then I guess other people just don't stop. But either way is abusive. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, I'm saying you've seen both kinds, like in a lot
Different
of movies
ways.
or stuff. Yeah, but like some people just do it like like Homer Simpson for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll let go. And there's people that don't let go, and they're there for the long haul.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Either
I was
way,
probably
again,
about
either
I was
way.
probably about 22, 23 when it happened.
Wow.
That's awful.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa's thinking, I think I'll just stay single.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing. You never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates.
And it's a thing, like, you know, like, too, I guess if someone does something to you, like, maybe they would never do that, you know, like, they're never going to really do this. Like, they're just, you know, and maybe that's why some people don't fight back, because you're just like, oh, you're going to stop. This is just, like, you're just, you know, you're not really going to kill the person. But, yeah, some of them do.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I was thinking, if you're being choked or strangled, and say that you're laying down, because they have to have their hands on your neck, therefore that means unless they've tied you up prior, I'd try to poke their flipping eyes out.
Yeah, but I think some are like, what the hell? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not serious, you know? Like, I think it's almost like shock. Like,
Yeah.
what, you know, and I think there are people that do that just for like a little show of force. Like somebody might push somebody up against the wall and say, don't do that to me, you know, and then let them go. But then there's others that just keep bashing the person against the wall, you know?
Right.
Again, either way is abusive, don't get me wrong. But I'm saying there are different, even in abusers, there's, you know, I don't know if there's a better abuser, but you know what I'm saying? You know, there's ones that seem to know, like, okay, I'm not going to kill her, but, you know, pushed her against the wall, show her who's boss, you know, that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, John Wasaki.
Kevin Leonard said that Nano Patty was in the Hells Angels.
Yeah, that was me.
Hi,
You
Linda.
never know what he's going to come up with.
Some that can't stop. Exactly. You end up a kind art, and you don't know which one it's going to be. So, yeah.
Oh, Robbie Bob said that if you fight back, the attack can get worse.
Yeah. Well, and it did.
Yeah.
You start eating their face, listen to what I say, they will let go and be marked, Gina said.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Vero. Hi, Nantmar.
Kevin, napkins. Let's get fired up. Do you think you'd still be scared to try to do it on your own now?
I want to do it outside, though.
Are you really afraid you'd catch the house on fire?
Well, that, because there were some sparks that went up, But
Okay.
like, I don't know. Just like, I don't know. I just would feel better doing it outside or in the fireplace.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were cracking.
I
Jimmy,
get,
Jimmy, put it down. Put it down.
because he makes me so nervous. He's just like,
It's a comedy act just doing the decoupage.
I just picture like the whole thing catching fire, and then
I was laughing.
Oh, come on, Scooter.
Here she goes, Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah, like she said she was coming on. She'll fall asleep in
Yeah.
the tub. That'll be the end.
Why can't she talk in the
a few
tub?
years ago, you gave me a
Rub it
book
up, dub.
up in the. A few years ago, gave me a boot up in the behind, telling me he loved me that morning, and upended me with a boot in the ass that evening. Gone for good he was. Oh wow. Sorry, Karen Duffy.
Yeah.
Ethan had to take a jacuzzi tonight because he was running track and did something to his leg, pulled a muscle. It was cold. It was like it's really cold rain, and they had them playing soccer and running the track, and I'm like, oh gosh.
That poor kid, he's just going constantly.
Yeah,
though.
he's like, I'm gonna need to take a bath, and I think I need to take it
Poor
in the
kid.
jacuzzi. I'm like, all right, go ahead.
How's Luke doing? I haven't even heard from him.
Yeah, they're tired. I mean, they don't get home. They go to school. They don't get home until 5:30 because they
Oh.
have sports right after, and they basically like do homework, eat dinner, and go to bed.
Oh.
Really, on their own. They're like, oh, I'm going to bed. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, wait, what's Luke doing?
He's playing
As far as-
soccer.
Okay.
Yeah, he plays soccer, and Ethan runs track. You
Good
need a
old
good
kids.
torch for it, Kevin Leonard says.
Kevin, a torch.
I have one of those with the butane that
Don't
you
use
to.
it.
No. Okay.
Don't. God. No torch.
Thank you. It helped me, Rhonda. I sent you a picture, Carolyn, of what looks to me like decoupage, but it's an old photo
Mm-hmm.
on wood. And I just now sent it to you on your email. I was going to get you to look at it and see what you thought about it.
Okay, let me see. Michelle K. To Scooter, I will. Maybe sometime this week. What are you doing, Michelle K? Putting Scooter on your avatar? What is Scooter asking you to do?
Scooter. Scooter, are you going to talk while you're in the bathtub? You always do that. Come on, girl.
Okay, Tab, I see you with the pictures. He's innocent, but I still don't think he did it. But who am I to judge? Oh, you're showing me the Free Brian Laundry posts. Oh, I see. Okay, I got it. Oh, really? I don't know. All right, I'll check those out. Let me see. Find this at my sister's. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like a photo plaque kind of. It probably might be decoupage. Let me see. I'll put it up there and see if someone might know better.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know. It looks like decoupage, but it looks old.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy didn't burn his hands, did he?
No. Mm-mm.
Somebody said, didn't Jimmy burn his hands last week with the torch?
Oh, he burned them. Yes, he did. They're right. That's when he asked me to smell his hand. He got a shock from
Oh.
from that one with an arc thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got a shock, and then he said, "Smell my hand," and I'm like, "Come on, smell his hand." Yeah.
I love the way, Carolyn, I love your sympathy. Come on. I want to smell
Gross.
your.
Smell his hand. You never know what Jimmy's been doing. What have you been doing? Oh, I was just out in the garage doing this, that, or the other thing. Yeah, okay.
I think that is decoupage. You know what it could be? Well, no, it doesn't. I was going to say it looks like maybe they could have put resin over it, but I don't think so. It looks pretty matted. It does look like decoupage to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it does. One of a kind. I think it's decoupage because it looks like it's on there.
It looks stuck. It's a piece of wood that it's on.
Yeah, they probably did it with glue.
Yeah.
And they ripped the edges to make it look older.
Yeah.
What happened to Michelle K? Scooter, what's going on? Hi, Lorraine. I was a counselor for a place of safety called Mother of Hope. Over the years, I saw many, many wonderful lad. Yeah, the
Michelle has a story for
conversation and the
Scooter.
name on the profile. Okay, got you. I don't know where Kelly went. Dark Cloud, W2 Scooter. I've got to go. Scooter's here. I've got to go.
Where are you going?
Of
I've got to
course.
go. Scooter's here.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
Me too.
Casey, yeah.
You guys are so mean. So mean.
I'm gonna go take a bath. I'll be
Why
back
did
in a
you
little
say
bit.
I was so mean in my video?
Because you do that to me all the time. No, don't even try it. And you know it.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
snap.
She said I was, she goes, why are you so
see
mean to
why
that lady? I'm like, what lady? The lady in the beginning. I'm like, what?
Well, you do that all the time when I'm live or any of my videos. You always say stuff like that. So I was doing that to you. Right?
So you were just doing
Wrong.
tit for tat.
Oh. See?
Are you doing it the same color I am?
No. Why? What's yours? Mine's ruby.
Oh,
That's the one I do, Scooter.
mine's
Do
cocoa
you
red.
really?
Oh, you're copying Davita.
Well, she
Really,
didn't know.
Davita?
You're copying her.
I use Ruby. Yeah, I use that one. It's nice.
I have never used it. Is it this brand too?
I
Yeah.
have to do mine too. We should both do it now.
Oh, wow. Carolyn, what's yours?
Mine is cocoa red.
That
Do
would
you have
be
a
pretty on you
chocolate
too, Carolyn, that Ruby. It's a really pretty color. It really is.
Yeah.
What guy is what I'm doing? I haven't gotten in the tub yet, obviously.
What is that yellow flower that you made?
Oh, I showed you that already.
I don't remember seeing that.
Remember the rose?
Oh, the rose. Oh, the rose.
So pretty. My heavens.
Uh-huh.
Scooter.
Any leaves yet? No leaves. Guess what I'm
Scooter the
making?
crafter.
I'm not done. I shouldn't show it yet. I'm making a Halloween rose.
Oh,
It's
how
an
pretty.
Oakwood Dorian.
Uh-huh.
You can't really tell. It's all.
I like it.
You can
Do you?
now.
Yeah, you can.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like it.
I didn't
I
say
heard
that.
Davita likes it. How about
Yeah.
you, Anna, Patty, Lisa?
Yeah, I like it.
Yes, I like the color.
It's all black.
I do like
Lot
it.
of
Oh, it looks blue.
A
No,
lot of
it's
people like
black.
black roses.
I do too.
Going to be a black rose.
Who's gonna
Pretty.
start singing it?
Look how-
Paper roses.
And I'm
That
going to
is
do,
pretty,
I
though.
think, red leaves.
Oh,
Ooh.
really? Okay.
Uh-huh.
You're getting real fancy, aren't you?
Yeah. And I didn't realize, Carolyn, when I started doing this, Ecuadorian rose. That's what your son's girlfriend is, right? Isn't she from
Yes.
Ecuador?
Yeah, so that's an Ecuadorian rose?
Yeah, it's an Ecuadorian rose. It doesn't look pretty yet, but it will.
It does.
It's only halfway. I got a bunch more to
Oh,
do.
I could show you my box from Ecuador.
You could use
Oh,
that.
yes. Let's
Hold
see.
on.
Scooter, you could use that for Valentine's Day too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Very true.
Yep.
You could make 3 of them and put them in a tall vase. That would be pretty.
Oh, yeah. Very true. I'm going to cut out a couple more in a minute. Well, right now, I think.
You know, Scooter, for some reason that light reminds me when you go for, your yearly
Exam.
checkups.
Oh, it does, right? Yeah, I can see that.
Ooh.
Oh, Carolyn.
Oh, I like that.
It's
So
for
we
tea.
can
It's
see
for
better.
tea.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cute.
that's
So it
sweet.
says tea.
Oh,
And it has tea in it, right?
Well, you put your tea in it. It's to store your tea in there.
She
Oh, it
didn't
goes
get you
good
any
with your
tea to go
kitchen.
with that?
She didn't get me any tea to go with that.
Oh, my God.
And do you know my son ate all the chocolate?
oh
No.
no.
He goes, yeah, she got you all chocolate from Ecuador, but I've eaten it.
Oh,
Thanks.
Oh,
Michael.
no.
He ate it all?
She told me he was been getting up in the middle of the night and eating chocolate.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. She's like, I
That
don't know why
kid.
he has these cravings, but he's up. I find him in the middle of the night out eating chocolate.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
How funny. Has Moo been in here?
And I haven't seen her.
No.
Okay. Her and I have been chatting all freaking night, right until you came on. So I wonder what she's doing.
Well, you didn't know after all night talking to her?
I have to go get some of the
God. I guess I kind of have a clue. You cracked me up, Scooter.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense, does it?
No. I've been talking to her all night. I don't know what she's doing.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, you're a trip.
I can't believe my kid.
Oh.
Look how lovely it is when I don't comb it. Look at this.
Yo, you're fine. You look good with your little hair spiked.
Danielle C said that no, she's only my friend at Two Scooter Chick, chatting with
well, she
me.
must be cheating on you, Danielle.
She's chatting with Danielle only. Now.
See?
Oh, so Moo is chatting with Danielle now?
Yeah, only with Danielle.
She's lurking, she said. She just sent me Danielle.
Okay,
Moo.
so I'm very curious how
Oh, it's pretty.
it is, isn't it? I was
Oh,
wondering whether
it really
to go with
is.
the sunflowers.
Oh,
and I
that
included-
is.
But you know what's funny? How did 10th Angel do her signs? I wonder if she burned them off, because it was the first time she decoupaged and she did words like this and they came out really good. And I don't know how she did it.
What are you talking about? Yours is good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
mine, but I used the burning method to make it like so it. But I don't know how you would do that. So without the burning method, with all those
Oh,
little
you're
curves
saying
and
she
stuff.
did hers without burning.
Yeah, I'm wondering how she did it.
Oh.
she
Well,
threw
ask her.
coffee on it.
She's been what? Coughing on it?
She threw
Coffee.
coffee on it.
No.
Coffee. That it turned out so pretty though, and it looked so easy.
Right, and I was.
And it
and
looks,
yeah,
but it looks very harvesty.
and I was gonna do.
Yes.
Yeah, I was wondering which one I was gonna do, leaves, and then I said no, I'm gonna go for this, which is a little too bright and vibrant. And then what was I gonna say? I don't even remember anymore. Okay.
You don't want it as vibrant?
Huh?
You don't want it?
Oh, I do
vibrant?
want it vibrant. I think it
Oh,
looks
okay.
good. I said I
Yeah.
decided to go with the vibrant. I was going to do these leaves
Oh,
or
I
like
see.
this subdued one, but then I said no, I like the vibrant. But you know what's so
Yeah.
funny? Every time I kept seeing these sunflowers, I kept thinking Jimmy was burning it. And I was like, oh gosh, and I was like, oh, that's the middle of the sunflower.
Oh, cool, Moo. Okay, I hope you win. Yes.
Was she going gambling?
Can I tell them, Moo, what you do? I'm
Please
so
do.
proud of you.
She got a job.
Drag
didn't she?
racing. Drag racing, right?
Uh-huh. Yep. Or the horses in Florida.
She's so amazing. I don't know if can I tell them, Moo?
Go ahead, Bo. Tell us.
She said she's lurking, but she's in the midst of doing her blank.
Oh, come on. Her blank.
Her blank with a laughing face. So I don't know if I'll see if I can tell or not, I don't
Well,
wanna
yeah,
be
we'd like to
blowing
know.
tails out of class.
Curious minds want to know, right?
Yeah. Moo, can I? Let's see. She said yes. Okay. It's her Italian competition.
Her Italian competition?
Uh-huh.
What does that
cooking?
mean? Dancing?
No, it's
Don't tell me she's in the mob.
it's
Whatever it is, I don't know if I'm going to believe you because you keep laughing.
No, it's true. I'm just laughing at what you guys said. No, it's true. It's Italian language. And she's been the winner how many weeks in a row, Moo? She's learning all these different languages.
Oh,
Wow.
And
Isn't
so
that
she's in a
cool?
competition?
Yeah, and she's been
Oh.
number one out of, I think, 10 that are doing it for several weeks in a row now.
Oh, wow.
Is she going to work for the CIA?
Mm-hmm.
You
Either
never
that or
know.
Guido.
I think she's learned German and a bunch of other things, languages too.
You're on rewind. I wasn't aware the bashing had begun. Yes, the bashing has begun. What's
Oh,
wrong
yeah.
with these fools? Yes. Why can't they act right? No idea.
Carolyn, I wanted to tell you something and I can't remember now.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear. I love when she says that. Oh, dear.
It was something important, I think.
Oh.
We'll get those wheels going now.
I'm trying to
Think
think
before
of
you put the die in. It'll come to you when you're sleeping.
it. Will. Oh, wait, it wasn't important. It was just when you were doing that fire thing,
Yes.
I was watching and it said, it was turned, upside down looking at it. And I kept looking and trying to figure out what it said. I thought it said gather. And I'm like, what in the heck is that? Gather? And then when you turn it around, I'm like, oh my gosh, how dumb.
Her pet gator.
No, gaither. I don't even know what, that's not even a word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Aren't there singers, Gaither, the Gaither family or something?
It's like a last name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. All right.
I'm going to do the edges in that gold paint, I think.
Is that the same name? No, it's not what you have up on your MRB.
No, those are
No.
Janice Wolf made those. Those are flowers.
But it really does go, doesn't it, Scooter?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does.
It
For
looks like
real,
it goes
does.
together. I was thinking that
They
too.
go together
Yeah.
like... Punk rock.
Oh, I got my other crepe paper today.
You did?
Ooh.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I'll show you guys.
All right.
Of course, Garnet's been trying to chew it again already.
Well, of course. That little garnet.
I thought it said cotton. Oh, Tina, yeah.
It
It says
doesn't care
Gabby.
how expensive it is. She just wants to tear it up.
I'm not sure yet. Snow remover. I gotta get something.
Wish you'd get a cat now, Lisa H.
I have a stray one outside that I feed.
No, I know, but I mean one you can cuddle with. It's inside.
I know.
Snow remover wants to know what we're all going to be for the Halloween live.
Probably be me.
Hmm?
I'll probably be me, what I usually am.
Danielle's gonna be you, Davida,
We'll be
in
twins.
that chair.
I think I'm just going to be a
Carolyn,
housewife.
where'd you go?
I'm right here, Scooter.
See, Danielle, jinx.
I have
That's
like the
pretty.
peach,
What do you have?
Ooh,
That's pretty.
What do you have?
peach or something, I think it is.
Oh, peach. Okay.
And then like a ruby or
Is
whatever.
that 180 or 90? Shoot.
These are 180 so far, but remember I ordered 90s. I'll read you the colors. I have cream, I have soft pink, peach,
Nice.
rose distant drums, yellow mustard, orange, lila chiaro, hyacinth blue purple, coral
Hyacinth.
peony, rosa, gray green,
How many
Peach.
did you buy?
wow.
apple green.
Oh, dear Lord, look at that
I
list.
thought Debbie D bought a lot. Oh my gosh.
Tiziano
Look,
red.
Carolyn.
What did you buy? Everyone?
No, pink peony, hot pink,
Only
bubble gum,
3/4
Oh,
of
come
them.
on.
You
coral,
bought about 30.
red velvet, and then rose
What the-
coral
Oh,
peony.
stop it.
I think
What?
she's kidding.
No, you can see it's all
I am
the
not
lines of it.
kidding.
Let me
Show
see it.
off. Show
It's
off.
highlighter. I want to
look,
see it.
Carolyn.
Show off.
Carolyn, look. She's showing us.
Show off. I said she's a show off.
I had to get free shipping.
Showboat.
She's a hot shot.
Watch your
Don't
address.
give your address. Don't give
Don't
your
dox
address.
your freaking self.
I'm not worried about it. They can come get me.
Oh, Scooter. Scooter.
I'm not scared. Hey, we have guns, remember?
I know.
Oh dear.
And she's just itching to use them.
Oh, it's 20 rolls. You said Debbie got 47.
Yeah, Debbie was ridiculous. And Debbie hasn't come on with us one time and made a flower.
Which Debbie?
Debbie D.
I want to see what the 90 is like.
Yeah.
Have you used any of that?
Never. I don't have any 90 yet.
There's a flower I want to make that you have to have the 90. So I had to order some. Oh, here's a 90. Wow, they're thin. Look at these 90s, how little.
Oh, really? I
Oh,
wonder how
wow.
it feels compared to the 180.
Yeah, how's
I'll
it feel,
check.
Scooter? Hey, we
Looks
get
like
to
all
see
the
two blades now.
Huh?
We get to see two blades instead of one.
Oh, two blades of the fan?
Before you know it, it'll be the whole fan.
Right? Yes. You might get lucky.
Whoa.
Well, exciting, you know.
Excited.
Can't believe how much thinner. Wonder why. You know,
Was it the same
gold.
price?
Is it the same length?
No. This is 1.5 and this is 2.5 millimeters. Or yeah. Or millimeters, but they're both 50 centimeters by 1.5 millimeters and 2.5 millimeters. You know, the heavier one.
So you have both those kind of papers, that one with that chick's name, the one I got, I can't remember, she has a book and all that.
Leah
Yeah,
Griffin.
like Leah Griffith.
Yes, and then that, which one do you like better to work with now that you have both?
I think they're both the same to me.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, I don't see any difference, to tell you the truth. Except you get more with this company. Garnet seems to prefer this company too. Cartoon. Yeah, it does feel quite a bit thinner, but it still has a lot of strength.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And they have somebody, a couple of these rolls are by Tiffany Turner.
Yeah.
Oh, you have some of hers, Carolyn?
Yeah. Tina's sister.
So I'm going to start one of those flowers after I do this.
Carolyn.
What?
Scooter's-
What was that?
Tina's sister.
Put it right over Scooter's
I
head.
know. Miracle ear, please.
Oh, stop. I have you turn down a little bit.
Please, miracle ear. I'm looking for a sponsor, Miracle Ear.
You guys, speaking of Miracle Ear, when I was over at Jeremy's the other night, I kept getting things mixed up, and finally he got so irritated. He goes, "For the love of everything, Holy Mother, I'll pay for the Miracle Ear." I go, "You just mumble." He goes, "No, you need a hearing aid." I go, "I'm not going to have a hearing aid." He goes, "Great. So we have to live with this forever?" Oh, I was crying. I was laughing so hard.
What did you watch? A bunch of scary movies?
Oh, yeah. And the new Halloween,
Uh-huh.
stupid.
Oh.
Oh, is it?
Stupid.
Is it really?
And they
I was
still
looking
left it open
forward.
for another one. Yeah.
Lexi said the new Chucky on Sci-Fi is so freaking good.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'll try
The second
that.
episode will be tonight, Tuesday night.
Uh-huh.
Even Bonnie said it was good.
Oh, Bonnie says
I'll
everything
have
is
to see
good.
that.
That's true.
Sorry, Bonnie.
The dumber the movie, the better she likes it.
Well, then she's going to love the new Halloween.
She loves that one, the clowns from outer space or something like that.
Oh, God, no.
Yes, Lisa, she loves that movie.
That's funny. Killer
She
clowns from outer space.
Yes, and she loves something called, I don't know, she sent me a clip one night. It was about a couch that was in love with the lady that would sit on it.
Oh my gosh. Where does she find stuff like that?
Oh, I don't know.
That's like
but
my
she
daughter
finds-
with this lamb movie.
Yeah, I know. I heard you say that. I got to see what it's about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she said the girl in the movie, she got rid of the couch, or it was a love seat or whatever, and the love seat was so hurt.
See,
That
that's
it's so
bad for
killing
people
people.
like Lisa and myself.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
She said the couch
Really?
would pull out,
It's
the
very
bed part
triggering.
would fly
Yes.
out and kill people, or they'd sit on it and it would crush them.
Oh, Lord.
She watches the dumbest things. She thinks they're so funny and everything.
Now you've totally embarrassed her in front of everyone.
No,
She said
knows
that.
a
She
lot
just
of people
texted me.
like those.
She just texted me.
She loves Svengoolie.
She said that you embarrassed her in front of
That's
everyone.
that.
Like you always
I've
do.
watched that before.
I do like
Svengoolie.
Bengali.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, she's in love with him.
Yeah, I
Who?
do. I
Every
do like
year,
him.
and she
Who's
takes
that?
a picture with him.
Who?
She got the rubber chicken. She wears his.
She does?
Who are you talking about?
Svengoolie.
Svengoolie.
He's like Elvira, but a guy,
Yeah.
you know, that talks about the scary movie. He's funny.
Yeah, it's. She loves all that. The worse the movie, the better. We go to this thing out in Valparaiso where Caroline lives. We go there when they have some kind of a thing at night where they play all the weird movies, and Spengoolie's there, and they sell, you know, different movies along the line of the killer clowns from outer space. And there's so many people that love that stuff.
Oh, yeah. He's got a big following.
Yeah. They all sit around and talk about them and laugh. And I'm just sitting there getting me some alcohol, sitting there listening.
Odor.
It's
I
fun,
thought
though.
maybe you were nipping some tonight.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Nope, not tonight. I probably will be Friday, though.
Oh, okay.
Why? What are you doing Friday?
What's Friday?
Friday is a party.
Another
There.
party.
It is.
Her family and the parties, huh? Wow.
What's this party for?
Okay, but the Halloween one is canceled.
Why?
I don't know. This canceled, though.
Yeah,
Melissa
I
sent me
think
a
they
message.
told you it was canceled, but it
Probably.
really, you're going to find out they really had it.
The one Friday should be nice. It's celebrating 30 years of Mark being in business, you know, as a chiropractor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it should be a lot of fun.
Everybody's getting free adjustments.
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's going to be at her house, and
Well, he could bring
Yeah,
to the
that'll be
table.
fun.
It'd be fun.
he does have one of those tables there.
Right.
Was Svengoolie on Me TV?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bonnie watches that movie every Saturday night.
Yep.
Right.
He's on
Mhm.
10 o'clock here.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember Dinner in a Movie? It was on like TBS.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember The Late Show? Relax, enjoy a snack, and watch The Late Show. Channel 2 is proud to bring the greatest of stars here at The Great Late Show.
I remember the Late
CBS.
Show.
Yeah, and then they had
the
The
lady
Late
that
Late
used to
Show.
demonstrate that thing after the Late Show, and she used to be like, "You could watch the Late Show, the Late Show, and this will never show." That thing that whips skim milk into cream or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I still remember that lady on that infomercial.
Yeah, the little redhead.
I think so. Yeah, yeah. And then
Yeah.
remember the one she also made like a whole bunch of sandwiches in some kind of weird sandwich maker. She was making omelets in there and like
Yes, that's
everything
her,
under
yeah.
the sun in there under there.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, you don't remember that lady?
No.
Oh,
If you
look,
saw her,
these are
you probably
breakfast
would.
bites. And look, I put this, and I'll get a little can of this, and I'll pop that in there. And look, I've got another sandwich and another sandwich. Like, she was just going like a lunatic.
Oh my goodness. I gotta check out something. I'm just gonna mute.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
See you later.
Tell Moo hi.
No, I'm here. I'm
All
I'm
right.
not going away. I'm just gonna shut the volume off so I can hear something.
All right.
Bump up the volume. Scooter, she's shutting it down. That's funny.
Everybody's so quiet now.
I know.
That sounds good, Deborah.
What?
Lemon pepper chicken. I have chicken. I gotta cook that tomorrow, or maybe I'll have that. I do have lemon pepper.
Oh, I love lemon pepper with chicken.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing over there, little Martha Jr.?
Oh, I'm just folding out some petals.
All right. Boy, look at the way she curls those now like a real pro.
Juan, Huerta, why do you want mommy to stand up?
Stand up.
They used to do that over here, Carly. They'd go off, the TV would, after a certain hour.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't have the Late Show on Channel 2?
Yeah, the Late Show, the Late Late Show, and
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
You're not talking about talk shows, though, right?
No.
No.
Just the
Okay.
movies.
Right. Will the real mommy ramblings please stand up?
Not gonna happen.
Kevin!
Oh, geez, Justin, I love Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I'm 42, and I remember as a child here in Australia after midnight. Yeah, that went. Yeah, and all the static, and then sure that stupid.
Poltergeist.
Well, yeah, or that stupid thing that was all different colors, like a skew.
Oh, yeah.
Right, but all different colors.
So you got your stove back.
Yeah, you got it all back. And then I was burning stuff on it. Yeah.
Yeah. I looked at the burner. I thought, boy, that looks clean.
Whiskey, you came in.
Ooh, he's air frying taquitos.
You're frying taquitos. Are ya? Good for you. Hi, Margot. It's more Gabby hated living with the laundry. She probably stayed because he made her, right? She was obviously under his thumb. Do these people really think she strangled herself? Give me a break. Yeah.
Yeah.
One movie night can we watch Witches of Eastwick?
Well, that's a good one.
If you want to. Which one did they say? Oh, somebody said A Simple Plan was on YouTube. Your favorite horror movie is Child's Play? I always wanted a Chucky doll. Well, Scooter has one.
Really?
But for some reason, my mom is scared of the movies. Yeah, I don't want the Chucky doll.
Scooter, what are you
Scooter
doing?
really does have one?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's Lexi's.
All I see is one fingernail.
Mhm. Like her eyeball when she does that. I love
I'm
that.
surprised her fingernail is that long. I don't picture
I know.
her with that long nail like that. Is that really her? Is that really her
It's a
hand?
hangnail.
Is that really her hand?
Yes, it's her pinky.
I know, but it doesn't.
What are you holding?
Doesn't appear to be her hand.
No, it is her hand. I know it is.
It's not even moving. Look at it.
Move your
She's
finger,
rubbing,
Scooter.
rubbing that glass jar,
Yeah, that looks like a really fancy vase, doesn't it?
stroking it.
Looks like it's like a Murano glass or something.
Maybe she's frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe because she could not
Oh,
hold her
that's
hand
what it
that
is.
still. That's like
No.
crazy. That's like unbelievable still.
Yeah. Like when she's trying to hold something still and you're trying to look at
Oh
it.
no,
and
it's moving. It's
Oh,
moving.
no, it's moving. I can see a shadow.
Simon
Scooter.
says, hold your hand still.
Simon says, move your pinky.
Simon says, okay.
Simon says, put your eyeball in the camera.
Oh, now
dear.
she's mad. She's mad.
Yep.
She turned the camera off.
Yeah, I know.
I think she was talking to her fake flowers.
But she was so unbelievably still.
I know. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's crazy still. In the still of the night.
In the still of the night. Oh, damn. I always have to sing something.
Kevin, I saw in the chat earlier you said Davita and I should sing Delta Dawn. I just remembered that.
Delta Dawn.
That was Helen Reddy, wasn't it?
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
What's that flower you have on?
Yeah.
Could it be a faded rose from years gone by?
Days gone by.
And didn't I hear you say?
You were meeting him here today
Yeah,
to take you to that mansion.
in the sky.
In the sky.
What is that about?
What?
What is that about?
Yeah,
Let's think about that for a minute.
I know.
Wait a minute. Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on?
on?
Okay, let's think about that.
Faded rose
Let's see what it meant. I'm gonna look.
gone by.
Oh gosh, it's probably about death or something.
Yeah, and you know there was another song I just said, and what is that about? And I can't remember what it was.
It is about death.
Is it?
It is?
Oh dear. There we
But
go.
Delta Dawn, yeah.
How do you know? You know that?
I just remember hearing that one time. But I'm going
Wow.
to ask the expert just a second.
Okay. Wow.
Gordon?
Do, do.
And I didn't know Puff the Magic Dragon. That
Oh,
ruined it for
Don't
me.
let's not even go there. I couldn't even listen to that song. I thought
Me
I thought
neither.
little Jackie Paper died. I
I
didn't want to
cried.
hear it. Oh, couldn't hear it.
Says this song is about a faded Southern belle whose reputation was tarnished when she hooked up with a man of ill repute. Now, 41 years later, she wanders the streets of Brownsville, Tennessee in search of her lost lover.
Oh.
Weird.
Seriously, nobody died?
Well, wait, I'm still reading to see if this has something to do with it. No. Song. No, not that I can tell.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a long, but then it's going into Tanya Tucker saying it, and then she's talking about it. And
Tanya Tucker sing it too?
okay, it says in the book Chicken Soup for the Soul, Country Music, Harvey says the tune is really about his mother, a heavy drinker who died in an apparent suicide by crashing into a tree into the songwriter tree when the songwriter was a teen. Harvey had just returned from a TV gig with his band. He had asked his mother not to go, worried she would embarrass him by drinking too much and making a spectacle. The guilt over his mother's death stuck with him for years. A decade later, he was hanging out at Larry Collins' house with a group of country musicians. Everyone fell asleep except for Harvey, who stayed up strumming his guitar. That's when he saw his mother. I looked up and felt as if my mother was in the room. I saw her very clearly. She was rocking in a chair and she was laughing. My mother had come from the Mississippi Delta, and she always lived her life as if she had a suitcase in her hand, but nowhere to put it down. She was a hairdresser in Brownsville. She was very free-spirited, and folks in a small town don't always understand people like that. She never really grew up. After coming up with the line, she's 41 and her daddy still calls her baby, all the folks around Brownsville say she's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
He woke up Collins, and the pair finished the song within 20 minutes. So it's about his mom.
You know what would be a fun game if somebody had to talk in the lyrics of a song? Like we all had to talk in lyrics of a song, but try to make it relevant about something. But you had to only use the lyrics of a song, kind of.
Yeah,
Weird
that
game.
would be.
It would be a weird game, yeah. But you could only use the lyric of a song, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because
we
you could have still said that goes together like, but you would have to just speak it.
Bebop, shadop, and
Yeah.
beta, beta, bing, bong.
Right.
Yeah. But you have to say it. So it's
Yeah, just say
bitty,
it.
bitty, bong, bong. Yeah.
Right. Just like as if you were having a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be weird. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so it's getting ready now, kids.
No.
Yeah. I hate to tell you.
No
but
way.
it is.
Okay, I want to watch something then if we have to leave this early.
What something if you're going to go to bed early?
I
all right.
can read that book.
Mommy.
That's fine. You can watch something. But I am going to go to bed because I am like
Told you.
I'm still like recovering
Oh,
from this
Davina.
weekend. But let me put the number for the members and the Patreons and stuff. Hold on.
I'll
Well,
probably
at
be
least you'll get a
asleep.
good night's sleep, Carolyn. It's only 12:18 here.
I know. I need it. I'm like exhausted. I still feel exhausted. I just don't have
It's
that
really
foggy-ish feeling, but I do feel like all of a sudden tired now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'll probably be asleep before the movie gets started.
Yeah.
You'll be asleep?
Probably before the movie gets started.
Oh, you're tired too.
Lisa,
I went to bed at 5:30 tonight.
yeah, see that? Look at that. She's up like
Mm-hmm.
Got up around 8:30. So I had a good nap.
Okay,
Yeah.
Let's see here.
What do you want to watch?
Something good. I wish that we could get that Simple Plan, but
I think somebody said it's on Hulu. Let me look if I can find the person that said that it's on YouTube. Let me
Want
see.
me to look and see where it says?
Yeah, because you can see if you can find it. Somebody, I'm going to see if maybe they emailed it to me.
hi, Jendoa. Yes, Robbie Bob, we're having a movie night. We got to decide.
Hi, Jindo.
Hi, Jindo. Channel members. All right, and I'll put it in Patreon.
Amazon Prime.
No, but somebody, I'm going to look. Somebody told me it was on YouTube. I know it. I'll take a look.
Okay.
Sometimes the quality's not very good on YouTube.
I'll see. Let me see.
Currently, you're able to watch it on Paramount Plus, Amazon Channel,
Paramount
Epix,
Plus.
Amazon.
Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus. Did my daughter have that? I think.
Roberty Bob says she can't find it on YouTube.
I'm going to look
You
because I
have-
know somebody sent me an email on it.
Said you have to rent it.
Really certain. Let me see. Okay, so I got the numbers in. Let me see if they emailed it to me.
Hi, you guys.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Moo. Beautiful
Hi.
picture.
Hi, Moo.
How are you all?
Doing okay. How are you?
Okay, thanks.
Good.
Hey, you little Italian speaker, you.
Did anyone ever see Glass and the other ones that were with Bruce Willis? And I don't usually like him, but there's three of them, three of those movies.
Hi, Moo.
Split is one of them, Glass, and Unbreakable.
think I saw Unbreakable. I can't remember for sure.
It's from Night Shyamalan. What's it about?
I'll tell you a movie I
I think
watched.
it's a guy who kidnaps a couple of girls. You know, like.
Split was good.
Yeah, I saw all three of them. They were all good.
What was the other one by that M. Night Shyamalan or whatever? What
I
was
think
that
I
one?
found a simple plan. Let me see something here.
Scooter, it was Unbreakable, I think was the first
I found
one.
a simple
then
plan.
Last, and then Split.
Yes. Okay, yep, I've seen those all too.
And James McAvoy, he's good.
I found
Yeah,
a simple
he
plan.
You did?
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I did.
Okay.
You're so good.
All right. Let me say goodbye to everybody here. Let's see.
Goodbye, everyone in
Bye,
chat.
everybody
Love ya.
in the chat. Prayers
Much
for all
love
that
and
need
prayers,
them.
everyone.
If you want to join us on the movie night, the numbers are in Patreon and the members post. Thank you so much for coming in, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
And well, I've been accused of being many people.
Hold on, I've got to...